Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Borros Saga Banesbreak. My name is Vince Casso, and I am your storyteller for this new campaign. This is episode 11 of our adventure and is titled Of Deals and Devils. Our story takes place in my homebrew world of Borros and is completed by a wonderful cast of adventurers. Let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Ash Ignis, and I'm playing Astrid, your half-elf warlock. I did it for once.
Yeah! Perfect. Hi, I'm Abria Iyengar, and I'm playing Prithiv, your drow, a knowledge cleric. What is this energy?
Support. I cannot wait.
Starting strong.
Hi, I'm Aaron Gray, and I'm playing Luca Stone Talon, your Aircocker monk.
Ow! Hi, I'm Sage Ryan, and I am playing Curse, your Tiefling Circle of Wildfire Druid.
I'm Omar Najam. I'm playing Jibe Tafril, your Tabaxi Rogue.
And I'm Kaylee Bray, and I'm playing Neela Beerbiter, your human pirate barbarian. I just remembered where we were last time, and I'm stressed.
Speaking of which, let's have a recap about it. Our last episode saw our heroes making their way south from the town of Torriso, relaxing, recuperating after their fight with Maraud further north in Suncrest, and finding their way in the town as they gradually approached of Kel Asari. Now, this is, of course, based on the intel they had received that Caller agents had infiltrated the town as a broader campaign to seed perhaps discord, to gather intelligence, whatever their purposes may be, in Verdane as a province. Pursuing that lead south, they were stopped on the road just outside of town by a approximately middle-aged man, identifying himself as Orem Silmare. Astrid, of course, realizing this was her father, who had been the town's sort of leader, but more of a guide than anything else, for quite some time, as long as the town has existed here in Verdane. He invited them in, cautioned them that people in the town, while hospitable, are a bit on edge because of all of the business with South March and the Callers, but nonetheless wanted to afford them accommodations and also invited them to attend a funeral service taking place, a memorial for a town elder who had just recently passed. Our heroes here all got settled in at the inn, meeting the young proprietor at the front, Emia, before taking off to attend that service. And indeed, yes, one of the town's founding members, as it were, from all the way back in Kesarres, had recently passed on, and Orem offered a few very touching words as to what this fellow meant to him, and many of the town had gathered to pay their respects. After which, it was time for the weekend feast, in part now held to commemorate the life of the dearly departed. All of our heroes attending and enjoying the bounty of Kel Asari, a place that appears to have been almost untouched by the ravages of this era, the conflict with Oris, famine's disease. Nothing really seems to happen here. The trees are productive, the fields never fallow, always full of life and food, and everyone here really feeling a sense of community and togetherness that you still don't find in many places of the world. Nonetheless, after dinner had concluded and Orem had shared a few quiet words just prior with an associate who, once again, Astrid recognized as Eldrin Haletti, another man she knew from her childhood, a close friend of Orem's. The group noticed, as the crowd dispersed, that Orem had taken off and headed over towards an abandoned house just off the town square, occluded by some trees that Astrid had never been allowed into when she was a kid. Even though she'd tried, she never could find a way inside. Wondering at this mystery and picking up on a few minor oddities earlier in the day, the group did decide to pursue, just to check things out. They found their way into the house without too much trouble, noticing scoring marks on the floor where something large and heavy and firm had been dragged, tearing up bits of the wood flooring. Following that down to the basement, through the door where the marks trailed, They proceeded down the stair and came across an altar, a shrine to Malthus, the archdevil, upon which the dissected corpse of someone old and very recently departed. This place reeks of damp and the familiar irony tang of blood. Before you, an altar adorned delicately with feathers of every color, and at its center, on its basin, a little blue flame. At a closer look, you realize the flame is in the shape of a chick, a baby bird, tucked into a nest of marble branches carved to look like wood. More notable, of course, is the corpse, supine upon the altar. It is an older man, an elf, and though none of you recognize him, it is not hard to determine where this body may have come from. At this pondering, however, you do recognize the sound of a door closing behind you, as Orym Silmer stands at the head of the stairs, wearing an apron filthed by blood and ichor, and holding a scalpel loosely in one hand, not threateningly, just dangling at his side. Callers, I presume. Look, whatever you're ordered to do with me, I ask you please do not involve the people of this town.
How bloody dare you?
Very bloody.
Am I wrong?
You're very wrong.
Well, then I suppose I am relieved, and I can explain.
Yeah, I would start talking immediately, mate.
And he proceeds down the stairs, just taking one at a time.
Astrid follows. Her face is just downcast. She's kind of blank as she walks down the stairs following him.
He takes a clean sheet and just lays it gently over the body on the altar. You were not sent by someone to investigate this, then, me. You simply happened upon this.
I really don't think that you're asking questions at the moment, mate. I think maybe we get some answers and we'll go from there.
You're covered in blood and holding a scalpel.
Yeah, come on.
There is a reason that Kel Asari is so idyllic. Why the harvests are bountiful. Bless you. Why our people hardly know sickness or strife, and why even we escaped the sundering unscathed. It is because of what I do here in this basement. It's terrible work, but it was the price of intervention.
All right, let's talk more about this work, because this person was already dead when you did that.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Always.
Malthus never requests the living. And even if he did, I would never, ever bring harm to a member of this town.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, roll it.
I believe him.
I know you do.
13.
Yeah, he appears to be entirely sincere.
Prize catchphrase.
He wants pieces of those who have passed. That's all he asks of me, and Kel Asari will continue to thrive.
Now this, and Astrid goes to the altar and puts her hand near it. You never touch it with your hands, right? Always gloves?
The altar itself?
Yes. The parts. Like, is there any body parts on the altar, or is it just...
I think that's actually, as you notice, now he did cover the body with a sheet, but before he had, it appears the body had already been dissected. A piece had already been taken out. Now, you're not familiar necessarily with this particular ritual, whatever he's doing, but you do notice that there is, as you speak, a bloodied pair of gloves sort of limply hanging over the side of the altar, which Orym does indicate to, silently. Why do you ask that?
Again, you're not answering. No.
I've told you everything that I
Really?
know about this.
Malphus asks for body parts.
Is it different body parts every time, or like?
Probably be best if you didn't act like you knew that right now.
Yeah.
Like, is it like, oh, I need to have the bleeding heart of a recently deceased whatever every week or so? Like, what's the deal?
Oh no, it comes more with intervening periods of years, sometimes decades. It's only when certain people pass on that I receive a request.
So we just happened upon you in the once in years that you were dissecting a man.
It is not often that a founding member of this city dies, but whenever they do, Malphus does tend to take interest.
Aren't we lucky?
And I've not been provided the answer as to why. I simply know that without Malphus's help thus far, no one in this town would have escaped Kesares alive. There would be no Kel Asari.
How did you come to contact with him?
In the 640s, very possibly before most of your time, Kel Asari used to be a thriving town in Kesares. And when we got word, as we were fortunate to receive some warning earlier than most, that the head of state, you could say, had been deposed, and that Sivas Alinkos had taken power, and that the central island was being purged of all non-elven inhabitants, we decided to pick up and leave. But we were not fast enough for his soldiers in gold, who had already been dispatched long before this had been set in motion. I did not know what to do. I did not know what they were doing with our people, and my town was on the northern border. Many of us were not elves. We had lived in peace for many, many hundreds of years. I reached out knowing just the scant bit of magic I'd been taught by my father. And through that I received attention. I don't know if I was contacting Malphus intentionally. I don't even know, if I'm being honest, what the spell was. I was looking for any way in which my people could survive, but Malphus did indeed take interest and offered me a way out. And at first he asked no price. He would protect all of our people as we fled north. Required only that I agree to his contract.
So he did ask for something.
What did he
He asked no price in material. At that point, I knew, look, I am no fool, I knew there would be a cost. I also knew that if he ever asked for something that if I was ever forced to bring harm to a member of this town, to act in any way against the interests of these people, I would not obey his contract. I would take the price myself, happily, and I still would. I do not find it good work to be desecrating bodies.
Yeah, no one's in that anymore.
But we are the only town in leagues to have not been touched by this plague. To be unaccosted by famine. Where even Oris has had trouble reaching us.
What's in the contract?
I do not know.
You took a contract that you don't know.
It was that or die. I was not afforded that knowledge, and Malphus would not furnish it when requested.
Astrid is slowly putting pieces together in her brain, and she turns away from the group just for a moment just to stare at the altar, and you can see her shoulders shaking a little bit with tension.
And you notice as you look at the altar, that little like baby chick composed of blue flame looks up at you, a bit of a hunger in its eyes, and noiselessly just mouths its beak as it would to like its mother, begging for food. I trust, or perhaps I simply hope for some discretion in this. The people of Kel Asari are innocent. They are not a party to any of this. It is just me doing what I must to protect them.
I would like to sneak the little chick some of the bread I have in my pocket from the feast.
Oh my god, that's the cutest thing ever.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, feed the bird.
I definitely have like smashed up snacks in my pocket all the time now.
Yeah.
So I just have a mystery amalgamation of wheat based
An
product.
amalgam of wheat. Lemony Snicket book.
Based product. And I'll just kind of like sprinkle it around the chick.
You see... What do you see? You see the chick leans down and just scoops up the seed. And you notice as its body, which is again like this sort of blue flame, flickers red, and it looks at you and growls angrily.
So, you are taking the burden for your people so that they're safe? Are you okay with that?
The very best leaders should be willing to damn themselves on behalf of their people.
Mm-hmm.
I have spent many sleepless nights wondering if there was any other way.
Even if you don't know what's going to happen to you?
At this point, what more could he do to me?
I'm sure it just affects you. You don't even know what the contract is.
Well, if there was some hidden provision that brings doom or horror upon us all, Malphus has had 200 years to enact it and has not yet. And as for me, I have nothing tying me down here, no emotional tethers that could be exploited. I have no family. Everything I had, aside from the people of this village, was left back in KSRS. Malphus has no leverage over me outside of my own life, and if it came to it, to give that up for the people of this town, I would do it without thinking.
What
It's
about
a selfless thing.
your father? You mentioned a father.
Yes?
Is he alive?
I was told by the messenger who arrived, bloodied and unkempt, on our borders, that it cost my father his life to get word out before the strike teams arrived.
Oh.
I was, of course, never able to confirm this. But it's been so long now, and nobody goes into KSRS anymore.
Neela will just walk up to, just touching Astrid's shoulder with hers, and as quietly as possible, just kind of just like sidelong glance. What's the play?
We have to get rid of the sleeper agents. This doesn't matter. This is... And she's very quiet. I mean, you can feel like there's like, almost like a pulsing to her shoulder, like an energy under her skin right now. He'll do for another 400 years. He will keep doing this.
He's not murdering people.
No.
They're not using whatever he's taking anymore. It's all right.
Yeah.
Just, we're all following your lead here, though. These are your people. This is your moment. You got to make sure that we know what's going on and we know what to do. All of us are looking to you right now.
Okay. Thank you.
I want to give a little cover to this moment by just starting to grill him. So what pots does Malthus ask for?
It varies always between people.
I love a list.
I have fed the bird hearts, spleens, livers. It's always internal organs, sometimes eyes. Nothing on the extremities. I spent the first perhaps century trying to discern any pattern to it, glean any insight into what he might be trying to achieve, but it was so entirely random. There was no rhyme or reason to it.
Okay. Interesting.
I will have my associates inter him in the Forest of Rebirth, of course. But please, let me get you all back to the inn, if you'll walk with me.
Astrid hangs back. I need a minute.
With him?
Without Orem here. I need just a minute.
Okay.
And I will catch up with you guys.
Can we tell him the thing?
Yes.
Then that's going to be a big old distraction, so
Yeah.
get it ready.
Yeah.
Hey mate, since you've been sharing so much with us, we figure, what was that thing that you said earlier about being fairly untouched by Oris and all that stuff, thanks to Mr. Devilman who likes to take Viscera?
I'll lead up the stairs so we can try and usher the conversation out.
Yeah, I will absolutely do the thing of arm around his shoulder, steering him
We're walking.
Talking.
What if that wasn't strictly true?
Do you know something I don't?
We have had halfway up the stairs, really steering the man.
Yeah.
We have heard some fairly compelling accounts of sleeper agents, for lack of a better word, being placed here.
Of Oris's, the
Yeah.
callers.
Yeah,
Yeah, you assumed we were them.
hilarious. Have you seen us?
How did you acquire that information? It was taken off of, do you actually know her?
No. We found it on a note of a dead caller. Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm never sure what's a character choice.
Yeah. Me either.
Top or bottom of
where does
intelligence?
Kaylee end?
Where does Mila end is the question.
Just an Ouroboros of what?
What?
An oral what?
Who's that?
Anyway.
I don't know.
Okay.
An Orembor.
Okay. There it is. Well, as you're all now moving back in the living room, and there's enough of you crammed moving up this stairway that it's easy not to notice one person isn't here.
When the door shuts, Astrid loses her shit.
Oh.
She starts talking in Infernal. She's destroying the altar.
The moment I hear that, I'm going to drop a silence. I would center it on a buckle on your thing. It's centered on you. I need you to shut the fuck up.
But yeah. She's actually using the Elspeth, which used to usually be more blue, but now it's more purple. It's more, the blue is being pushed out, and she is thrashing the symbols and everything of Malthus. She is upset because she knows that this will go on for another 400 years. She knows the lines that get crossed. She's done this before herself.
will say she can't cast magic with silence.
Oh.
Centered
So
on
I'll
her.
say you
So she
get
just
off.
used her hands at that point.
Yeah. Just,
You get off just like enough for Pry to notice there's noise and then trigger the silence. At that point, you realize it stops working and you're going at it with your hands. Is that right?
And then I'll take the iron weave. Ironwood? Iron weave.
The ironwood? You have an ironwood
I
dagger?
do.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that was the one thing. And she just uses that to carve into
Well, that will work better.
into the altar. And she can't talk,
Yeah.
but she'll say it
that
inside.
like soundless screaming.
Yeah. The soundless screaming. And if Kira's nearby, she'll just look at her and like telepathically said, "Let my message be known." And she just does her little damage, has her fit, and walks out.
Roll me as that's happening though. Let's get into that. Roll me a flat d20.
17.
Roll for tantrum, baby.
You roll for tantrum.
Effective
Yeah.
This is
so
why warlocks are always like this. So dramatic. You can't just like serve a deity and move on with your day. It's always got to be a
as you're carving up the altar, you notice, and again, it's made out of like this. The nest made out of this marble material that's textured and carved to look like woven branches of a nest, a natural bird's nest. And everything about this, you're cutting into it. And as you do, as your dagger leaves the surface of the altar or of the nest, you see the pieces mend back together behind it, just closing. And you feel, you can't see it, but it's just knowing it's there. You feel Malphas's presence on like the other side of the altar, as though he were facing you in like a mirror image of this room, just on the reverse side of this, looking at you, and you feel his presence reaching into the altar, not angry at all, but sympathetic, understanding your plight, but just putting things back together as you go, just not allowing it to be taken.
Rude. Yeah, she just quickly has her tantrum and walks out and tries to regroup.
As we're
And
strolling,
still like trying to talk in Infernal.
The
And not
baby
understanding
bird.
why she can't.
The baby bird does extinguish, however.
Well,
Okay. Great.
I feel bad for the bird, but
I don't know.
So as Astrid's coming back out to create a distraction, Jai will sort of like step in front of him and is walking backwards. So really quick question that I had about this Forest of Resurrection. Is that
The
what
Forest of Rebirth.
the Forest of Rebirth. How long exactly does the rebirth take? Just out of pure curiosity.
And do you like need all your parts for that? Like, is that part of the spell? Because are you just keeping people from being able to do that?
Oh, I should clarify.
Yeah.
It's you don't come back to life.
Get fucked? Jai points right at Pride. Go get wrecked. You have nothing on me.
Primitive. Despite staring daggers at Astrid, she comes back. I was like,
Great. Well, fantastic. It's so nice to just learn about other cultures is the main question that I'm asking, so thank you very much.
Yes, it's more of a I think the most similar thing you'd know is cremation, but they are interred in a way that creates a new tree in the forest, and you can commemorate and continue their life in that fashion.
I'll continue their life.
The tradition as a tree. I'm not involved in the bet, sorry. That was Vince Casso, the 100% Vince Casso.
This is taking a side.
A tree that won't grow overnight, I want to remind you, so.
Says you. We could find a druid.
Anyhow, thank you very much. I'm very sorry for your loss.
Orem, as you are all together. Yes?
right here.
You're more of a Bernie druid than a Growy
Just let me
druid.
take a nap first. And then I can be all the druid you want.
I need to know which side you're on.
I don't.
I'm about to make money tonight. There was
think you will.
money placed on
I
this.
think you will.
I think I will. I know I will.
You remember, I'm a cleric. I can bring people back.
I'm a gambler. I win.
That's what you think. I don't make bets. I make promises. What is happening right now?
Welcome to my world. You're in my world now. If I went to a library, then you could boss me around.
Incredible.
But you're here now
Stop
at
it,
my
you're
table.
distracting me, and I'm trying to hold concentration because one of us is having a bad time, and it's just you.
Just ranting silently.
I mean, if you did want to murder someone and bring them back, we could maybe figure that out for a shadow agent.
No,
maybe?
that's not. We don't have to do that tonight. I'm just saying we
what
can
if
still
we
kill them.
did?
Don't bring
That
them
might be
back. We
fine.
don't.
Wait,
No,
we don't
hold
have
on.
to kill anybody.
Hey, thank you very much, Curse.
We don't have to, but we could.
If we have to, we will.
Hold on. But it is important. We should find out who the sleeper agents are.
Yes.
Orem is walking you back toward the inn, having left his apron and implements and everything behind.
We're having this
in the
conversation
house.
real quietly then.
I'm
We're-
assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume.
boy.
I will say that the kid at the inn is keeping an eye out for the people staying there that seem suspicious.
Oh.
The one who's
Those
not allowed to play
merchants.
with swords?
Yeah. I let her know just to like alert us if anything happened. So we should have maybe some kind of heads up if they come down in weird uniforms or something, I guess, or
Perfect.
come out with weapons.
But it might not be someone new
Okay.
to town if they've been embedded for a certain amount of time. Like, do you have any idea who these shadow agents, whatever, could be here?
Everyone who lives in Kel Asari now has lived here for over a year or more at the least. It would most likely be someone I imagine who is passing through. Unless Oris got to work very early.
There's a group of people at the inn.
We could break into their rooms and search around.
That's a great idea.
What's wrong? Is your voice a little... And I step just far enough away from you so I'm not also in the middle.
Hey, you okay? What's up?
Yeah. 8 more minutes.
Put her in timeout?
I deserve this. Asher just kind of sulks a little bit.
Oh, buddy.
The night is dark, quiet, as little more than the chirping of crickets and the flash of lightning bugs punctuates the evening around you. About halfway across the central square, Orem stops and indicates to the inn ahead. I'm sure you all know the way from here. Please don't think of us as what you saw down there. The people here are good, honest people, and they deserve lives of peace after the horrors they experienced in Kesares. I would sacrifice my own honor, my soul 1,000 times over to ensure them that. They mean everything to me, and I want you all to understand that.
You made that clear.
I tripped and dropped concentration like...
Fuck. Okay.
I would just take extra precautions. Don't just go
Against
to sleep.
Malphus,
Yeah.
or the
I would say against Oris. You seem to have Malphus well in hand as best you know.
yes, with this whole business
First
with
things first.
it troubles me because we are supposed to be protected from incursions of that nature. And if Oris is able to get people into Kel Asari who mean us harm, I am worried that that means one of two things. That Malphus's assistance over Kel Asari is waning, or that Oris is being assisted by something that is greater.
Maybe both.
You're being warned. That's something. I'm not sure I really want to give a devil credit for that. I think that we deserve credit for that, but no.
Take credit where you can.
Well, then I wish you good luck in...
That's not what I'm... Oh my god.
I wish you luck in finding those people, should you be searching for them, and I hope you are also taking pains to be safe in the process. It's not worth your blood either. I do not want you coming to harm for my or our sake if it's not necessary.
I'll play it by ear.
Have a good night.
Question. You said in the last year there's new people. Who are the people in the last year? Is there anybody in particular that's newer?
I could only imagine the most recent person to have moved here would be probably Shaylee, down by the, well, right now she's working as a smith's assistant, but she moved to town with her young son just about a year and, I want to say a year and 4 months ago, a year and 5 months ago. But as far as I know, she's lived in the West Country her entire life. People can lie about their histories and all that, but she evidently had lived in Talthim Sar for some years before coming out here. So if she was somehow an agent of Horus, she'd have been deeply implanted and for quite some time. Even a friend of mine, Eldrin had met her in Talthim Sar, I think it was 2 or 3 years ago.
Okay.
I just don't know how she could have been a servant of Horus.
Then if they're here, it has to be the people at the inn.
Yeah. I mean, that's our best bet.
Okay, good
I
night.
just assume that, yeah, good night.
Rest well. And thank you for your understanding, your candor, and your discretion in all of this. Good night. And Orem does proceed into the night.
Happy dreams.
Happy dreams. You proceed back to the inn, which is now not terribly far. It was a good uh-oh. It was no for me.
Okay.
It was, I have consequences. For once.
Good to know.
Love that for us.
Creative here.
I rolled passive against passive. I don't think any of you have a passive perception lower than 7. So you all notice this starkly and evidently in front of your faces. As you approach the inn, you realize one of the horses tied up out front. That was tied up, bear in mind, just as recently as before you went to the house Orem was at. So less than an hour ago, after night had already fallen. One of the horses tied up is now missing.
Not one of our horses.
No, one of the horses from someone.
Oh my god.
We were all worried about sexy.
Worried about
Way.
sexy.
I think we all did a little like,
Yeah.
The tension built like sexy, please no.
One of the horses was
like this.
tied up upon your arrival at the inn. Someone else staying at the inn, one of their horses.
Noted. Kid at the desk?
If you're walking in, yes, Emiya is still there at the desk.
Great. I would like to go to Emiya, please.
Oh, hello, good evening. It's good to see you all again. How was the dinner?
Great.
Oh, good.
Who left?
When?
Since we left. Since I came and talked to you, a horse is gone. And you're going to be really quiet with me here.
Oh my god, is this them?
I'm trying to find that out.
Hang on. And she's
Sword out. Don't get the sword
she's gonna lean down. She's prying the floorboard
the
up. Oh, no,
what out?
don't.
What?
No.
get the what out?
Yes.
The sword.
The sword. She gave me a sword.
Okay, put it down, put it down, put it down. She's at the front desk of the hotel where very dangerous people might be staying. All
Have you
of us
been
have-
trained in using a sword, child? I'm talking to her, but not looking at her.
No,
Yeah, you knew this. You were hoping that she would die.
Curse-
She was hoping that you would die so that she could bring you back and win a bet.
she said it would be easy. It's like swinging around a stick. Or...
She was swinging around a stick and practicing.
Well,
I just wanted to
Just
have
make sure you
something.
hold it by the right side and point the other side to the other. It's
More
fine.
likely to be used upon her.
There you go. She thinks it's fine.
Wait.
I love and trust Mila.
Yeah, so did anybody leave?
Yeah.
Oh, we haven't had a lot of traffic tonight. I think it was maybe 20 or 30 minutes ago. 2 people left. They'd gotten here they've actually been here for several days now, at least. Better part of a week, I think. They stepped out for a bit. I just assumed they were going about the town or trying to hit one of the shops before they could close.
Right. Follow-up question. Are those the only people staying in that room? That they both left?
They booked a room. I really shouldn't be telling you this. I'm not supposed to talk about the books with other people.
I can pay you.
I think she was already getting
We paid you a sword.
Oh, okay.
We paid you a sword. Come on.
You did give me a sword.
It was so much. Yeah.
I'm gonna cast command, but I'm not gonna say anything. I just snap and hold my hand out for the sword.
Oh, fun. And is that a wisdom?
sword.
That's a wisdom save, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the DC?
12. We're solo level.
She's safe. Let her save.
She hit 12 exactly. Because I rolled an 11 on the die, and I'm
Incredible.
like, there's no way I'm gonna get DC.
You can't take my sword from her.
Why?
Because she deserves to be able to protect herself.
Oh, do you want it?
I don't want her to be helpless. That's not fair. Terrible
lots-
things might happen around her right now.
There are a lot of ways you can protect yourself without putting yourself in more danger.
She doesn't have any of those.
Kel Asari's pretty safe.
Hey, leave her alone up here.
Well, we'll find that out.
I understand why you did what you did, but I am actually worried about her safety. Without someone to look out for her.
We might have brought a lot of danger here.
There was already a lot of danger here.
Okay, but it's about to get a lot worse.
And you think this helps?
Hey, why don't we step to the side and you and I can have a conversation? Have you met Luca? And I'm looking at
Oh, hello. Good to meet you.
I can teach you how to punch instead of using that sharp thing.
Or teach her how to use the sword.
Yeah,
or just
I
teach
can-
her how to use the sword.
I can punch.
Here, try it on me.
This only rolls 11s.
Not a bad punch.
And she throws out like, oh yeah, it's worth like an 11 or a 12. So it's not gonna take anybody out, but it's a solid little hit.
Okay, so what you're gonna want to do is stiffen up your back a little bit more, and
Oh, it cracked.
you're gonna want to lean into it a little bit better. Okay, so when you punch in, yeah. So try it one more time.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast guidance on her.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, you've got this.
Okay.
Nat 20. Nat 20. Nat 20.
And she is trying to like visualize in her mind what you were doing, and she props up, sticks that foot back at a 45-degree angle, and my actual martial arts experience, and sinks into the hit as she like tries to channel it, and she rolls a 15.
Nice.
So she gets a good little sock in there.
Luca's gonna like exaggerate, like she hit like way harder than she actually did. He's gonna fall to the ground, and then look at Curse and be like,
Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh my God, no, the floorboards in
He
here are
can
all.
take it.
What?
He can take it. Don't worry.
Oh.
that was really good. Are you sure that you need a sword?
Do you think I need a sword?
Here's the thing.
It's
If there is danger in this
So stressful.
moment,
very heavy.
having a sword isn't necessarily the worst thing ever. Being able to punch isn't necessarily the worst thing ever. But the first thing you need to do is run and hide and be very, very quiet.
Just take the sword with you.
Have the sword if you need it. Have the punching if you need it. But don't let that sword be turned against you.
I think I know how to do that.
There you go.
I think I'm good at
Give it to
running,
someone you trust.
and I'm small.
Yeah. That should always be, for somebody who doesn't really know how to fight a lot and hasn't fought a lot, run and hide first. And then have the rest in case you get found. Of course.
Jai had a really important question about the people who left.
Yeah, I would like to go back to that.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Well, you did give me a sword, so. Yes, they were staying here for the better part of a week now. They came into town from the north. I think they came in on the northern road, at least.
Okay.
They gave me the names of Pietro and Eroli, and they were the only two people staying in their room,
Interesting.
as far as I know.
Uh-huh.
And yes, they took off, less than half an hour ago. And I will say also, as you all approached the inn, you were able to, Jesus, crazy. You were able to see the tracks of the horse. I rolled a 4 for passive perception. the tracks of the horse did not lead into town proper.
Nope.
And did not lead out of town through the north-south road. They led into like the trees behind buildings.
How curious.
We should go.
Towards a house.
Can we
Should we bring
check
it
the
in?
room first? Should we?
Yeah, I'll go. Yeah. Why don't you keep training with Luca? Since you seem to be getting better and better. Also, Luca, whatever you did with those straw people, like a whole new man. I love this entire
I feel
thing that
so
you
much
have.
better.
Great.
This is awesome.
That's fantastic.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna make you the strongest puncher ever.
And if Pietro and the other person whose name I definitely remember come
Airily.
back, Airily come back, we should have a signal.
Yes, knock them out.
That's one option.
Yeah.
I could play my flute instead, my big
Oh,
flute.
yeah, the big flute.
I,
Yeah.
While you do
mean,
that,
knock
I
them
go
out
and
wasn't
move a
bad.
candle or like a lamp into the window and then douse it. Light that.
Okay.
Discreet.
And then by time
One
I
is by
play-
Oris. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Get out.
I quit.
Okay, back to your form.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you all start practicing like dynamic tension and all these like specialized forms, and she's just like, yeah, she's picking up on it rather quick, actually. Well, averagely.
Just a kid.
Yeah,
Exactly
percolate over
average. And then, so as Luca, as you, and I also want you to roll a, give me a roll for.
Rolling something?
I'd say you can roll either your acrobatics or your history to convey this knowledge to her.
Well, not history. So 21.
Not a
Nice.
nerd. Great. Yeah, that's enough to really give her some solid lessons. What are you trying to teach her specifically?
I'm really just trying to teach her how
What's like
to
your foundation?
Oh.
What's your 101?
I feel like it's like strike second, counter first kind of situation where it's like just teaching her how to like not take a punch but avoid a punch so that way like when the punch is actually dodged she can actually like hit them back.
Whereas you're like defensive, yeah.
So like instead of like trying to like be in this big fighting scenario, she's actually just finding ways to like get out of fighting scenarios instead of like going hard at it. So,
Yeah.
because she's small, you know. She
Yeah, throwing in
Cool,
some
Hungar.
throwing in some ground fighting in there. Hungar.
Dodge and grab a pressure point.
It just get really low.
Oh, y'all know a lot about fighting. I need to catch up.
There are like 3 things I'm really a nerd about. That is one of them.
And the other two are coins.
Great, yeah, you can definitely get some good pointers in there. Meanwhile, are the rest of you checking out the room or following the tracks, or what's the plan?
I want to be able to do both, but I am not very good at thinking things through, so I'm just gonna
Not good at brain.
listen. I'm just somebody put me somewhere to keep things from getting bad.
I don't think we should split up.
No.
Okay, right.
Aside from,
Just all
you
go
know,
upstairs.
Yeah,
Leaving Luca
Let's do
downstairs.
a,
Let's just
let's do a real
downstairs.
quick pass of the room, and then we all run out and track down the rest. Yeah.
Does your silence, would that cover like our sound of our footprint, creaking floorboards, everything like that?
Pass without trace, too.
Ooh.
so if you all want to be stealthy, roll stealth, add an extra +10 on top of your normal modifier.
Well.
Oh,
I rolled a
smart.
whole double digit.
And also know in your
Nice.
heart that you look cooler doing it.
Okay, great. 17 plus 15,
Oh my god.
30.
Was your roll as bad as mine?
28.
My god.
27.
Do you have rerolls?
20.
Nope.
What day is it?
Great, so down the line.
28.
Okay.
32.
Damn!
Thank you.
15.
Oh, buddy.
Oh my god!
27.
Okay.
25.
Okay, great. Oh, wait,
no,
you're not there.
he's
I was there not doing yours.
Yeah.
I'm
I got so scared. I was like, no.
I'm very stealthily giving a martial arts lesson.
If anything, I'd argue you're trying to draw attention to make sure that they are not noticed. Yeah, for sure. Roll the opposite of stealth. Roll for loud.
That's a 5.
You're so
5 for
stealthy.
loud.
Great. So yeah, I'd say all of you except for Curse are really just killing it on the sneak.
That's good.
Huh?
15 is a good number.
Curse.
Curse made sure that the rest of us were okay.
Well, so Curse,
That
I'd like
comes
to
with a
know,
cost.
how are you standing out just a little bit more than the rest of your friends?
So, as everybody is kind of like tiptoeing up through the rooms to try and not alert the other rooms along the way, Curse thought it would be really clever to go on point that it was like a quieter method of walking. Tiptoeing. But inherently a little bit of flair still comes
The
through.
smallest point of contact
As
possible.
soon as-
Creak, creak, creak.
As soon as she
little
gets
pirouettes.
up on it, it's still just like a little more dramatic than she realizes because it's just force of like habit.
Great. Awesome,
A little bit of
yeah.
arm swinging. Just like, I'm sorry.
You are all hearing as you walk a tiny like behind you as she's like tiptoeing in the back.
Jai just turns to Neela and mouths. Did you cast silence?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, I think that Jai thought you did. So then just like quietly, but not silently, just like, so talented. She is so I thought, never mind.
And now I cast silence.
It doesn't take long to reach the door. You were given the room number by Emia, and indeed the door is simply closed, and there's nothing remarkable about it.
There's
What do
Is
you
it
do?
locked?
You test the knob?
Yes.
It is locked.
No one hears that.
Just silent.
Yeah, you're all deafened. We don't hear anything. And Pry is at peace.
I pull out my thieves' tools. And I'll get to work on the lock.
Beautiful. Roll me 3 thieves' tools.
Great. Bum, ba, bum. 7 plus, it's 18.
Nice. Okay, yeah, that's a one try right
you.
there. The one-shot wonder over here. You feel the lock. Look, it's an inn. The lock gives way without too much trouble. It's not the highest level of security, and it's also in Kel Asari, where stuff just doesn't happen.
Everybody leaves their front doors open.
Yeah, pretty much.
We didn't lock our door that night.
The door swings open with no protest.
I want to just add, I open it very carefully in case there are any slight indicators, like a piece of, a roll of scroll that's at the top that would fall, or maybe a bit of something that would break.
Ooh, we're doing some spy shit.
I would like one additional sleight of hand or acrobatics roll to just lightly finesse the door.
Acrobatics. The sleight of hand.
dice.
17.
Okay.
17? Okay.
Okay, I will tell you this. You do open the door.
Yeah.
And you couldn't say for 100% sure that there was some kind of setup in here to make access evident when it's not by them. But you do notice the door seems to leave a little bit of a trail in just like the wood beneath it as you open it. Like a mark.
But like, it's not a regular mark. It's like a new mark.
It looks like it's slightly, almost, I want to say it's similar to like charcoal, but it's not quite as dark. It's a very subtle just mark across the floor.
Amazing that we have someone who casts prestidigitation.
You
Do I
can't
notice?
cast spells.
You just impotently.
I go to cast prestidigitation and I'm like,
Jab sees this and is like, and then yeah, just like with like my tail, just like rubs away at it. Is that enough?
I'd say with Tabaxi tail,
It's a plus 12, just so you know.
Yeah.
for tail,
Yeah.
nice. I'd say you can get it to a point where it is reasonably smudged away. The really discerning eye could pick up a little something there, but it's all floor.
They're gonna discern. We're gonna have to prestidigitation that away later.
We'll save that to the end, just nobody forget.
Okay, great.
Inside the room, you see a few packs of gear. Nothing that stands out to you. What appear to be some remnants of food, the skins of fruits, an empty jug of wine, several actually, as they've been here for quite some days and have not given the dirty dishes back, apparently.
rude.
I hate that.
But that's all that stands out so far.
All right.
I've spent this time signaling to the other spellcasters, like trying to get them to know that, like, be 20 feet away from me if you need to cast a spell. Like,
Oh, yeah, great.
I want 20 feet out so I can talk.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. And I guess I'm gonna be like right next to you. And just
Quoi?
I would like to.
Mila just like starts to like lift mattresses and shit.
Yeah, instantly check like bedside tables, under mattress, in a closet.
Great.
Yeah.
So we're all
start-
peeping around. What are y'all looking for?
I'm looking for something that someone is trying to hide. So like something that like might be hidden behind something, underneath something. If there are like, I hate this because like Kaylee wants to know, but Neela's very bad at this, but she's gonna try anyway. Like secret catches for things,
Okay,
false
sure.
bottoms to
I'll
test
say
drawers.
anyone who wants to peep around, roll investigation. If you can name something in particular you're looking for, I'll give you some help on the DC.
I'm looking for like paper or notes similar to what we found on the body of previous callers that had directives.
Great.
I'm looking for some kind of either secret or hidden like
A compartment
like a
specifically.
compartment in
Okay.
something.
Sure. Okay.
I'm catching Neela's vibe, and on top of that, just looking for like furniture that's been in one place for a long time, obviously moved. Like that slight shift in dust or wear, or like the way light comes through. If something's like a little bleached or not bleached.
For sure. Were you also peeping?
Yeah, I had a 16, and I'm going to look at the window and see if that's how they left.
God,
I'm gonna like just look
Like if
around.
they've had any comings or goings through the window, not through the front door.
Yeah, good point.
Interesting. Okay. So rolls we have Kaylee, investigation.
11.
Okay. And then Jai, were you also peeping?
I'm also peeping. Not a great roll, but I will say what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
I'm looking for anything that has to do with the town.
With Kel Asari specifically.
Yeah, if there's any particular flyer or like a pamphlet or anything that's like, this is what they were looking for.
Great. I like that. And what was your roll?
9.
Okay. Well.
buddy.
Curse.
Could I use something other than investigation? Like a perception?
It's something that's a total different skill.
Right, that's my point. Yeah.
You will find nothing specific with perception. You will get a general gist of the contents of this room as like a broad stroke kind of a thing.
Okay, then it's a 13. I have a -1 to investigate.
13,
me too.
13's not terrible, and you're also looking for something specific. Pry?
I was with Neela, so can I give advantage to her on hers?
Yeah, well, what was your roll? Just,
Oh, not great. An 11.
I mean, if you're both looking for the exact same thing and you're choosing to coordinate, honestly, I'll just combine those two.
She gestured at me, so I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm following you, like,
But Neela, you already had a, was it a
11.
11?
Oh my God!
Whoa!
we synced up.
So y'all got like, I'd say that equates to roughly a dirty 20. Y'all are fine, you're fine, you're doing fine. And then Astrid, you rolled a 16 to peep at the window.
Yeah.
Great, so I'll resolve all this. Here we go. So first and foremost, the duo. You're looking around for secret compartments, caches, and pry for like furniture that's been in one place for a long time, you said, unmoved. I'd say, I mean, all the furniture looks like it has not been touched. The bed looks slept in. That's about it, though. They apparently are not spending much time in this room, is what you're gathering. As far as hidden compartments or caches, checking like a bedside table, checking like a chair. Nothing immediately stands out as being a
A floorboard, a wall panel, anything.
I'd say, you know what? I'll give you this because that was a sassy roll. You're walking around finding nothing, and it's looking like you're not going to get anything out of this until one of the floorboards by the bed gives under your foot and sinks like 1.5 inches too far down.
I jumped 20 feet back from you so you can like hear the difference in the floorboard.
And I just like, just like put a little bit more weight on it. I'm afraid to touch it.
I'll touch it.
Okay.
I go over
Open it up.
and lift the floorboard.
Great.
Sword.
Oh my god. Just, wow, this place is lousy with scimitars. Great. Yeah, you pry it open, and it looks like getting it open, it looks like a, well, it's a bit confusing at first. Because all
I've
you
never been confused in my life. Don't put that on me.
I was about to say, I'm always confused.
I'm not
That's
saying you're
fine.
confused, but it is confusing. It looks like a an apple, an ordinary yellow-skinned apple, the kind that would grow here in Kel Asari, with no signs of rot or anything.
No, like bite taken out of it, right?
No bites.
I'm gonna back away enough to let the casters get in there. Like if you,
I'll take a look. I'm not gonna. I have my gloves, so I'm gonna put my alchemist gloves on because I do not touch anything without doing that now. And I pick up the apple.
I mean, could it be poison magical is used as, is it like hiding something?
Yeah, why would they hide?
It can't just be an apple.
Is this a dead drop? I know Cal mentioned dead drops. Do you put apples in dead drops?
Meanwhile,
That's not on there.
as you're discussing that, I want to really quickly also, because this is kind of happening simultaneously, Curse, you're also peeping around for documents specifically. And I'll say, Jibe, your roll was not high enough to really get you anything specific along your lines, but you could certainly assist Curse with hers a little bit, like join that team.
Yeah, what do you need help with? Oh, it's quiet. So.
I'd say by your powers combined, you do find a few scant papers amongst the personal effects of the occupants of the room. They don't state anything all that clearly. As far as you can tell, it's more like a travel log and like an itinerary of where they're going across the country, a list, an inventory of like gear they've packed. But
So helpful.
A jackpot.
But what I'm saying is the ordinary stuff any traveler would have on them.
Right.
That is not, it doesn't necessarily indicate them as being baddies.
I'm
but-
still fine with stealing this from them.
Oh, totally. But amongst those papers, maybe, amongst those papers is one other tidbit that you find. There is a note, and all it reads is, illustration provided below. The weekend feast is the best opportunity. And you see an approximate drawing of Orem.
I'm taking all of it.
Great.
And I'm walking it over to Pry.
And that's when, at around the same time, y'all find the apple and begin discussing that.
It's just an apple.
Are you sure?
I
Okay.
don't know.
You always know what things are, and you always know. No, do not put that. No.
I've backed away so you guys can talk, and my back is against the door, so I can feel if someone tries to open it, because I wouldn't be able to hear it.
I will also give you, Astrid, that before you came over to look at the apple, as you were checking out the window, you can actually tell it's not been opened or closed in what seems like weeks.
Ugh.
Ew.
Hate
It has a
that.
smell in here.
However, we're going to cut real quick to the front of house.
Oh no.
So, if I can, like the literal second that everyone walks away, and I hate that I have to use this phrase, but killing two birds with one stone.
You can say it, it's okay.
I want to say, I want to talk to her and say, okay, hold on one second, okay?
Oh.
And I want to run outside, and I want to find like where the horses are, like maybe like a stack of like hay or like potato sacks, something like that.
Sure, there's
At
some
the
roughage out there.
Same time, I would like to look around and see if there's anybody nearby while I'm doing it.
I'd say roll perception for that. There's probably not going to be much going on out here.
15.
Oh, you find. Yeah,
fine.
it's pretty late at night.
Okay.
You do notice, obviously, the tracks leading away, but there's
Sure.
no, like, people milling about.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna grab just a big bundle of hay, and I'm gonna run back inside. And he has no knowledge of making things in general, so it's kind of just like a heap of hay on the ground. He's gonna pull a piece of paper out and a quill and hand it over and be like, okay, write the thing that you hate the most, put it there, and punch it.
Okay. The thing I hate the most, like in the whole world.
Okay.
See one, do one, teach one.
Oh my God. I don't dislike a lot of things.
Broccoli.
Broccoli.
What about? I think I heard someone say broccoli. What about broccoli?
I think harvest week.
Do it.
'Cause I gotta go out into the fields, and I prefer working the desk. All right. Harvest week, plucking potatoes.
She doesn't like homework.
Put it there. I'm gonna go over to Luca's gonna go over to the window close to the candle and just stay nearby and just like watch and just kind of like. Okay, well that's not using any of the form that I've taught.
Oh, well, because it's so low on the floor, it's a pile.
It's just a pile.
Hang on, I gotta get low. Wait, is this hunger?
I knew it would come around.
she takes an unnecessarily
All
deep
short
horse
people
stance.
should learn.
Yep.
It's just all horse stance all the time. Honestly, more of like a mule stance. It's real low, real squat.
Mule stand.
Stumpy?
It's Stumpy Stan.
So it's regal, incredible,
Oh no,
memorable.
Don't cross the streams. Yeah, so she's wailing on the hay. However, something catches your, I'll say notice, but it's almost like in hindsight. You have like a, wait a minute, moment as when you were coming back in with the hay, and now perhaps you're curious to double check what that was just now. There was a rustling in the trees just beyond.
From the window that I'm beside, can I see from that like
I'll say
line
yeah.
of sight there?
Yeah.
So after a certain amount of time, Luca is just kind of like, yeah, you're doing a great job. What was that? Keep up that form.
You see with your bird eyes, you see what looked like, and you rolled a 15 for perception, that's pretty good. There's two people conversing just like, I'd say less than 10 yards into the trees. Which is, it's a little ways from you, but you can make out two humanoid figures having what looks like a debate or an argument about something, but you can't hear them. One if by Oris.
I'm gonna light the candle.
Now, would any of you see that? Because you're...
No, I thought we were going outside.
I was keeping
You could also you could play your bird flute.
You know, I was thinking
and I was
that.
like, Prize got it.
But like very
I didn't think about this
dutifully,
very hard.
very dutifully, Luca lights the candle. Like, I mean, that's what I was supposed to do.
So
He
hold on,
really
wait.
does like a stance that's like, I did my job.
Let me just recap this really quickly. We had a great plan where Luca was gonna play music and alert us, and instead everyone was like, "No, light the candle through a window that faces none of us."
Everyone did not.
I mean, Luca, though, like, just using, like, with brain, you're aware of the fact that the crew did not go outside, so it might occur to you, it would be fair for it to occur to you that, like, hang on, they won't know about this.
Okay.
Yeah, the plan changed. That's fine. We can evolve.
Question: Is the building itself small enough so that I would be able to hear like footsteps from like another floor if they were like walking?
We
There's,
cast
like,
silence.
Very,
oh
very
my god, you're
sneaky.
so quiet.
Yeah.
Okay.
again.
Well,
For that
you hear
reason,
little
it's actually
tippy taps
perfect. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
from
So for that
Curtis.
reason,
for
I
when I
hear
hear
nothing. Luca hears nothing, and when he's like, "Where's everyone?" Then I'll pull out
Yeah.
my beak flute. That was really
Also
hard to say
known
for
as a
second.
gumpture.
My gumpture?
In
And
Suncrest.
play those sweet overtones.
I gotta get my lore in there somewhere, baby.
go.
I came up with so many names for shit. I gotta say it.
He's gonna play it like super fast and hurriedly, so it sounds like there's like kind of like a hurry up.
Careless whispers.
Yeah.
3x speed.
On a flute.
It's Carol's Whisper meets Benny Hill, I think.
Understood.
Incredible.
Yakety whispers.
Yeah, getting
We'll
this.
fly the bumblebee in there somewhere.
That's my drag name.
Great.
So we hear that, but also at the same time, I'm like, okay, but you all know how to do the thing where you know exactly what a thing is, right? Someone does.
I like hand it over
Why
to
don't we
Brad.
take it?
Okay, I just
go.
put it in my pocket.
Do the thing where we know what the thing is. I love this.
I currently cannot. I was equipped to fight.
Well, that might come in handy in a second.
However, you all then
I'll
hear.
drop silence so I can cast identify. Like,
Yeah.
are we talking now?
Yeah, I think we should.
Is that all right?
Quickly, because
Do you want me to identify an apple?
yeah.
It's a fucking apple.
Are you sure?
Why would you hide an apple?
I cast detect magic first.
Exactly.
Okay. There
I
is.
want to take my.
Do not.
They're so good.
There is no. It is a really good apple.
Yeah, they're Kel Asari apples, right?
Yeah, it's a specific variety that tastes almost like. If you've had it's almost custardy is the flavor a little bit.
I don't want to taste it now.
That sounds amazing.
What's the flesh like?
The flesh?
Yeah.
Like in texture?
Yeah.
I'd say it's closest to like a pink lady.
Ooh.
Okay, that's nice. I'm back in.
I'm sorry.
That was a good question.
Mouthfeel versus expectation is where I'm. Yeah?
No,
Where I'm clashing?
Yeah.
This was this is not the pear apple.
No, it is not.
Oh, then I don't
What's
want
the
it.
likelihood, since I see that some of you found documents, that maybe these are farmers that are looking to maybe steal one of Kel Asari's varietals?
You cast detect magic, right?
Yeah.
You detect no magic on the apple.
Yeah. Okay, that is a goddamn apple.
I'm gonna pocket it.
There's no way it's just an
Do
apple.
you need me to identify the normal apple?
But when I brought you the documents, I definitely would have held up
Oh, yeah.
specifically the drawing of her father with the weird notes. So to be like,
Yeah, okay, that's
Maybe not
that's
farmers.
upsetting. This is strange. Don't know what to do with
Detect
it.
magic.
Okay, but it's the feast, and then that's food, and then that's a particular target. Like, come on, there has to be something. It
be
can't
poison.
just be an apple. Why do you put an apple on the floor?
Can I take one of the solvents from my bag and just do a single drop on top of it?
Yeah.
To see if
What
it
are you
react-
trying to?
I'm trying to see if there's a chemical reaction to see if it's poisonous.
That's fun. Let me roll me.
Oh god.
Roll me a. You can use nature, survival, whatever you'd use for your potion brewing.
I think it's nature.
So like, roll your herbalism kit
19
basically.
plus 3.
90 plus 3.
What reaction?
This is just an apple. I swear to God.
So tell me, give me some flavor here in what would you expect to happen if it were not poison versus it is poison? What's the difference?
So a poisoned apple, if with this chemical, if you take it and apply it to any surface, it will start to burn a little bit and blacken.
Okay.
If it's not, nothing really happens. It gets like, it's just kind of like almost like water, but it will make it taste funny.
What kind of funny?
Like, kind of like nail
Custardy.
polish remover.
Custard.
Nail
Listen,
polish remover.
custard's delicious. It's not the
No, it makes
texture
it
of
taste like
custard, it's like the rich flavor.
I was on your
I
side.
know, actually, you were already on board on this. I don't know what, this table's the non-custard table.
No.
I'm just here.
Neurodivergency
It's
is
turn.
not okay with it.
Yeah, honestly,
No
quaking.
linguist.
This
There'd also be like an acrid smell to it if it's poisonous.
Great, yeah. You drop the little boop onto it, and it runs down the side of the apple for a moment, not changing, until you smell a smell. It's a little bit of a burning smell. No, I wasn't gonna do it. I had to fight everything in me to not do it. I was so close. Okay, you smell a little bit of a caustic, a little bit of an acrid odor as the entire line down the side then blackens and burns.
Oh yeah, no, it's definitely poisoned. Look.
Thank you.
And I like show the group. It's definitely poisoned.
Not a normal farmer or a really mean farmer. Let's go.
I'm gonna pocket it still though.
And then you hear.
Fart. All right.
We were never here. Can we make it look like we were never here?
Yeah, I can't clean it.
You can press the digi around.
I'll do that to where
Digi.
our feet would be and
The coal line that we're
the
gonna leave.
coal line, yeah. Like as he's shutting the door, I will like start cleaning it.
Just get like a finger under the door to like press the digi like just inside.
Yeah.
Very specifically, doesn't pass without a trace like keep footprints from appearing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have footprints, but like anything that had been like moved or just making sure.
You can tidy up behind yourselves. That's pretty
I'll
reasonable.
make it as dirty as they left it.
Yeah, try to leave. Basically, just make it look like exactly like we left it, missing the stuff that we took.
Wild detect magic set.
Mm-hmm.
Zoom. Is there anything in the room?
Zoom.
Zoom. So smart.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the documents too.
Oh
yeah, so
yeah.
they're like either spelled or coded.
Interesting you asked that. The window. Wow, that was me. That was my thinking thing. My
Your brain?
thank you. That was it. Thank you.
I did marine bio for 2 quarters. Don't worry about it.
My think me.
Yes. Oh, that felt good for me specifically.
Oh no! So many
oh god.
things are about to
I'm in
happen.
pain.
We're
Oh,
trying
God.
to keep them from happening.
Fuck. Okay. You pick up a little bit of magic on the window, actually, but like the panes themselves.
Protection.
Yeah.
As far
What
as
schools
school,
of magic?
okay.
I was giving you a second, and you
As
know
schools go, you're picking up like what seems to be a bit of conjuration.
Oh,
I'd say is the closest. Yeah, that'd be closest.
that is not what I thought it was gonna be. Neela doesn't know that.
I can't see the magic, so no, I don't know this.
There's conjuration magic on the window.
Oh! Is it the
Rain glass.
What about the mirror that Kelsis gave us? Is it similar?
Quoi?
Is the mirror that Kelsis gave us the two-way mirror?
Yeah.
Is it the same type of magic?
I'd say, yeah, it's like conjuration with the touch of illusion, which is basically what you're getting from the window here.
Okay.
Oh
Communication.
Oh,
no!
it's a fake window. To make it look a certain way as they do things in here.
Or a way for them to communicate with.
Oh, a talking window?
Yeah.
Wait, can the window see us then?
Oh
Let's
shit!
Well, we need a word.
Time to go. The bird is playing.
The food's been going
you're
for so
right.
long.
We asked Luca to do one thing.
Should we break the window?
I would love if you could just pop out a couple. Can I have those 2 panels, please, and you can break the rest?
Break the rest?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
want one? All right.
This is more of a your thing.
Anyone
I
with
can try
fine
with my
motor
claws.
skills.
I'm gonna break all of it. If
I'll
I
take a little bit then with my
Yeah.
thieves tools. Just to.
Sweet.
Here you go. You want
Thank you so
2 of
much.
them?
2, please.
Unfortunately, we're capping out at 1 tonight. I'm sorry. It's not a time for
paid.
jokes.
Count.
If I pay you for the bet, can I have a second panel, please?
And then, like, without a second of hesitation. There you go. I mean, technically, I should get it, but
Oh, can you play High Tides of Port de Bosch? Do you know that one?
No, not quite.
No, we don't. Nope. No, we don't.
no.
Are you gonna smash out the rest of the window?
Yeah, I smashed the rest. I tried to
that
at
one.
least.
Yeah, you hear a vaguely piratey theme coming from the front of the house. As you all now, I'm assuming, proceed back down to the front.
Yes.
yes.
Break inward, and I cast Mending to heal the glass but not preserve the spell.
Break inward. All right, so I'll like reach one hand, or like maybe my axe haft through the pane that you open and just pull it this way.
Sweet. And I take the ones in my hand. I'm like, I was gonna make something cool. Fuck it. And then mend it. And I'll just spend a couple minutes if you guys want to go downstairs. I'll fix the windows, but the magic will be gone.
And you all, find yourselves now recoalescing in the lobby.
What's going on, Luca?
There were some people that were outside the window over there. I used your technique. Look at the hay.
That's incredible. Wow,
It's mostly like all over the room now.
Yeah. Man, you took that from a humanoid shape and you really beat it to all hell.
Yep, that's exactly what I made.
Yes, that's what he made.
That's exactly what I made.
Yeah, that's
Wow. Also thought improv. Sound voice, that's sound voice. I'm not playing a part. Okay, so there's people outside.
Yeah,
Where?
over there. Look at the window. Are they still there?
Yeah, we're all
Patty's
just like,
here. Oh, yes, they are still there.
Okay, cool. Yeah, look out the window right there.
I can go sneak outside and spy on them a little bit if you want.
I mean, do we?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, just like maybe don't go too far away. You know, something happens that we can't come to
guys.
you. You need to just behave as normal, all right? Just
Pass out Trace still up?
yeah.
I look at the.
She's just on like the front desk, like.
She's perfect.
You're great. You do
Here.
great.
I would give her a sword too. Oh, I'm not there right now. I'm still fucking mending.
Emia,
Emia.
there is a
Emia.
spot at Old Deep Root. There is a hidey hole. If anything goes bad, you run to that tree and you hide.
Is there a hole in the tree?
Yes. It's on the north side, under one of the roots.
Oh, it doesn't go on that side.
Yeah, just, you can tuck in there.
Wow.
If anything goes bad, you hide there.
I might go there more often.
It's a good spot.
Okay, I hope nothing goes wrong.
It won't.
But it's okay, because
You're actually so natural.
everything
You're
is
doing great.
natural.
You're doing
I'm
great. Yep, it's great.
just checking people in.
Incredible.
Where did you learn that?
Oh, this? No, this is all me.
Please let us know what they're doing. Yeah.
I've
it's
been the
just-
master this whole time.
Pass out a trace, does that, is that centered around you?
No, it is
Anybody-
not. It is on my allies, so you'll be
Okay.
able to leave with it, and you should be able to use your same stealth roll. If you have to remake it, you just have a +10. It's up for an hour.
Wow, well, great. I'll be back. Oh, same as before, the 32 that I had?
Yeah. No, I'd say your stealth roll, unless like the spell has fallen.
Yeah.
I will take the same stealth roll. It'll be
Alright.
fine.
32. So yeah, I'll quickly slink outside, and I just want to go around, staying in the shadows,
Going around.
just to
town.
get a view of who's speaking.
Great, yeah. Roll me perception. It will not be a terribly high DC.
Great.
Because you're so sneaky, you can get nice and close.
You know,
Uh-oh.
one would hope. 7?
Whoa, no!
buddy.
Okay, that's pushing it, buddy.
Yeah. It's not my fault.
I'd say from where you're at.
Wait, with a +10?
That's not stealth.
That's not
That's
stealth.
perception.
So I got there and I'm just like, what the hell am I looking at?
I see blood.
It's so dark.
You rock up and you're in the forest, but they're speaking in a language you don't actually know. What languages do you know?
My languages,
Well, you
so
don't know
many, so many good ones. I haven't looked at a printed out sheet in a long time. Give me 1 second.
Hey, that's okay.
Thank you. Oh yeah, that's funny. Common, Elvish, these can't, Undercommon.
Okay, not one of those. You don't speak Tabaxi?
Yeah, I put that. That's what I wrote.
Oh, okay, great.
No Tabaxi, question mark, question mark. It's just a no for
I mean,
myself.
you definitely do.
Okay, great. I'll go ahead and erase the no.
Tabaxi?
I ask myself that all the time. So yeah, they're speaking in a language you don't know. It's not familiar to you. But you see they appear to be talking somewhat animatedly. You call it maybe a debate. They don't seem to be like in conflict necessarily, but it's a little bit heated.
Can I at least make out their shapes?
Yeah, I'd say
Okay.
that's fair. It's a man and a woman. You couldn't be 100% sure as to their races from here. They are wearing like hats and what have you. But they appear to be both humanoid of average height for like a human or elf adjacent kind of person. And yeah.
Can we see him having trouble?
He has 32 stealth. I
He's
can't
just
see it.
stroking out.
You don't even remember that we've had him in the party.
Oh, wow. There's only ever 5 of us.
I
Just with the worst indigestion in the woods there.
Buddy.
I am going to regret this. I'm going to wander out and purposely bump into one of the bushes. As I was
Nice.
coming from the forest, and just, oh my god, what did I drink tonight? Hello, is there anybody there?
You see the man and the woman, they hush and they are still for a moment. And then the male figure like goes like this and they both walk toward you with the woman in front. They are
real brave of him. Yeah.
They are a man and a woman, respectively human and half elf. Now
Okay.
they get closer to you, and there's a little bit more light here near the side of the inn. And they're not carrying any source of light on them. I should remind you, they were standing just in the dark in the
That's
forest
suspicious.
talking.
Yep.
And they are lightly dressed for traveling. And the woman looks at you, and a little bit reservedly is like taking you in for a moment. Can I help you?
Yeah, you can point me in the direction of where I'm sleeping. And the answer for that is wherever you point me. If I'm being honest. I had a little bit of a fun time.
Well, you can probably just get a room at the inn, right there. It's the building that we're next to.
Okay.
And, yep.
Okay, that's great. You have a lovely village, by the way. I just want to say.
Oh, no, we're not from here. We're not.
Oh, in that case, you're in a very lovely village.
Yeah,
By the
no,
way.
it's Kel Asari is great.
Okay.
Having a great time.
He's talking to them. What is he doing?
In is that one there?
The building, yep, the building that's like right next to us. You know, and then she grabs your hand and moves like slightly. There you go. There.
At the window watching like a hawk.
Like, my God, thank you very much. I very much appreciate it. Okay, I'm gonna go find something to fall asleep on. I love your accents, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't think I have an accent when I talk. I like yours too. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I don't think that I have one when I talk.
Yeah,
at you.
that makes sense.
Okay.
Probably most people think that.
I would think so. Yeah, all right.
Okay.
I start to wander off, and then I turn back. Hold on, I'm sorry. Where
Yeah.
you're not from here?
And you can see the guy behind her is like just antsy and weird about it. But she's trying to stay composed.
Yeah.
Nope, just passing through.
Okay, cool. All right. If you have any recommendations for me, I'm doing the same. It will be very appreciated. Are you
Okay.
staying here as well?
Yeah. Yeah,
Right.
no, we're at the end.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much. I will see you maybe in the morning or whenever I wake up, so maybe afternoon.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Sleep it off.
I will try my best.
That's great.
I wander in, and the second I wander, I just drop that entire act. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's them.
Oh.
What were they talking about?
I finally come downstairs. Oh my god. So much mending.
Thanks for doing that. That was a really good idea.
Sorry, you smash things too good.
Oh, yeah, it probably should have been somebody else.
It's okay.
Sorry.
What'd I miss?
I talked to them.
What?
What'd they say?
Well, they're not from around here. They were whispering in a language that I could not pick up.
What does it sound like?
Did I recognize what language it was?
You actually, you're from Isleway. You know what? Roll me a history.
Oh boy.
But you don't know my sheet. All right.
I want that on a shirt so bad. No, my
So
sheet.
important.
This is roll plus 0. Hell yeah, 8.
My dude, my man.
And we know.
My kitty boy.
I got away from
He's
her
our
quickly.
little guy. Nope.
Here, I have an idea.
Yeah.
And I'm going to cast Comprehend Languages, and I'm going to work through Kira and have Kira go outside and circle around, like go up.
Damn.
Oh.
Yeah.
And,
Sick. Okay. Yeah. Hell yeah. Find Familiar is dope.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. So you
And then I like stumble because I can't hear. So no.
There she go.
I'm just like,
you dispatch the bird, and you're trying to fly out to where you saw them talking. Is that right?
I want her to be kind of high up.
Roll me a flat d20. You can add perception if you have it.
Okay.
Actually,
If you have it.
I have it.
smoke him if you got him.
Perception.
Roll him if you got him.
Oh boy.
Dirty 20.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
So I'd say they start striking a conversation up again, and you recognize the language as Orcish.
Oh, okay.
And with, well, you wouldn't necessarily know that. No, but you recognize the language as Orcish. And what you're picking up as you sort of bird through there, anything can be a verb, if you verb it. As you bird around, you hear them saying, it sounds like they're talking about the male figure is chastising his partner about saying things like, that was our shot. We're gonna have to be here for a whole another week if we want another opportunity. And the other figure, the woman, says, we weren't told there were going to be other people here. There's too much traffic through town. I can't take a risk like that. And they're debating back and forth along that line.
And I'm quietly mouthing what I'm hearing to the group so they can hear as well.
Are you translating? Or are you?
I'm translating in my brain.
Yeah, so you all can pick up on that as well, and that's about all that you get from that conversation.
Okay, I drop it.
So they didn't poison anybody tonight.
No. I mean,
That's
technically, it could be like they want to show off the apple, but it's poisoned, so probably not.
Yeah. They did not want to engage in conversation with me. I'll point that out. Very adamantly did not want to continue a conversation or get to know me. They didn't ask my name or any information.
That's rude.
Yeah.
Let's
I
kill
mean,
him.
you also were you just like walking up to them?
I wandered
Sounds
up and I
very
pretended to be
seductive.
inebriated.
Yeah, I guess most people don't like to talk to drunk people.
I can't relate.
I'm talking to
Neela is right here.
Neela. Neela's a fun girl.
Hey.
Yeah, what do you all do?
Okay, so do we go like kill him?
No, they did point me in the correct direction, so that was nice of them. They weren't necessarily unhospitable, and they didn't try to kill me on the spot. I'll just point that out really quickly.
all important.
It sounds also like they're very nervous about something.
And it sounds like they're gonna have to wait a little while. They don't have another opportunity.
Maybe they don't want to be doing this. I don't know.
I mean, based on what she was hearing, it sounds like they're just waiting for their time. They just don't want to get caught. Doesn't sound like they don't want to do it.
So then what's it going to take? Is it going to take a confrontation? Do we just drive him out of town? What happens?
No, we don't let them leave.
What if we catch them?
Yeah.
Trying to do it?
They're caught.
No, like catch
Like in a
them.
net?
Oh, you mean like restrain them?
Kidnapping.
Yeah.
We can go
You
to the
can't
basement.
come to the catching or the
I have a
confrontation
net.
or nothing.
You have
Can
a
we
net?
borrow your net?
You're the people net?
Well, I've never used it for people before.
What do you use it for?
It's mostly like for a small game,
Oh, a hunter.
Sounds lovely.
but
Oh, not a game. Never mind.
no,
Oh,
we
sorry, no.
to eat
No,
them.
no, it's okay. Yeah.
We can make a game out of it though eventually.
But yeah, you could probably catch a person in it.
Oh yeah. Okay, there are two of them, but if you would like to let us borrow your net and possibly never return it and or ruin it, that would be great. Totally up to you.
Because if you borrow my net, it's like
Is like you helped us.
It's a
and you
little
were
bit
there.
like I'm catching them too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could fly
About
above
it.
and drop it on top of them.
Oh, that's a good point.
Here, can you do the thing again? I know you're very tired. I know you're very tired.
No.
Okay. I'm sorry I asked.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. You all been casting a lot of spells. Do we need? We probably shouldn't go and confront people right now, huh?
Cowards.
We know where they're
Look,
staying.
I want to, but if I am told that we should wait, uncharacteristically
we could take
will
them.
wait.
As far as I know, I've only cast one spell.
Cool.
Where we picked up from here and what happened during the day before we started this episode? Who
Can't
knows?
remember.
I'm missing 1 hit point and I don't remember why.
I think that was self-inflicted.
If you're only ever missing one, it's a comedy hit point.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
Yeah.
Like, what did Prithip do?
I'm missing 2.
You got 2 funnies.
That was a good game.
Okay. Well,
Let's just
are we
take
good?
care of them now.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have the net?
Oh, yeah.
Keeps it with her at the desk.
Has it been less than 10 minutes since I cast Detect Magic?
Yes.
Cool. Let's go quickly.
Yeah, I keep all my hunting stuff here.
all right, then I'm just gonna go unless I'm told otherwise.
Yep.
Let's
Let's
go.
go back way.
Great.
Back around.
I'm not going because it'll be suspicious, but I'm not gonna like be. I'm slipping out of character voice. I'm hanging back. I'm sticking to the shadows.
Right,
Spell's
you're not
still
being
up.
visible,
You
but
can
I
still
will
be
be
sneaky.
visible.
Anyone
Wait,
can. Love
do we
that.
want to be sneaky, or do we want me to be myself?
Sneak and then hit them very hard.
All right, do what I'm told.
I
Oh
will
wait,
sneak
do we want to be smart about this?
Are we?
I've already
No, hold
left.
on.
We're too late.
I
Is that
think-
an option?
You've already left.
No. I was kidding about.
I can
nothing's
get. I
fine.
can get a diversion really quickly.
Cast?
I have a rapport with them.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, I'll wander up. Do you want to go with me, Curse?
Sure.
Great, let's go.
Okay.
How do you stumble up? What's your approach?
I mean, like they haven't moved from their position.
Not really. They're still in that rough spot, but you see they're starting to drift deeper into town, like away from the inn.
I will wave to them as they start to. Hey, my friends, excuse me. I made a friend here, by the way.
And the man, Pietro,
Yeah.
the name given to us, Pietro by Emilia, turns around. What?
Oh.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. I just wanted to say, you sent me over to the inn, and I'm so grateful because I've now just made such a good friend.
That's great. That's awesome.
Oh, you seem upset.
It's just we're having kind of like a moment, like it's
Private moment. Sorry about that. Oops. Sorry, everybody. They're having a private moment, everybody. And he's like motioning to no one.
listen.
Sorry, were you kissing?
It's been a long week, been a real long week, long day.
Yeah.
If you could just go to the inn and sleep this off, that'd be great.
Okay. Sorry. I thought they were so friendly to me earlier. I did not
Is it
realize.
me? I'm sorry.
Oh no, it can't be you. You're so charming. Absolutely. Is it? No.
Okay, I'm gonna let you guys work that out.
Work it out.
We're gonna take off.
Okay. And this is a long enough time.
Yeah.
While this was happening, because Neela has been trying to do this her whole life, and if this fucks up what you do, I can take it back. With the net idea, I don't want to take that away from you, but I think Neela has been waiting her whole life to sneak up behind somebody and like restrain them with a knife to their throat and say, "Can I cut in?"
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Wow.
Please
We could
do
jump
it.
in on all three of you.
What was your stealth? Remind me.
27, 28.
Okay. I want you to roll me just a flat attack roll. Just to see, just for the actual like action of getting in there aggressively.
I'm getting in there, and because I haven't been able to do it yet, so I really want to. I'm gonna take that Tencel porcelain dagger.
Great. Pull the knife. Give me a roll. Let's see what
Right.
happens.
Oh God, which one? Please, it would be so cool.
And before you tell us what you rolled, we're taking a very short break. Don't go anywhere. Things are getting hairy.
Rude.
So, come on back. Stay here. Okay.
Yeah.
See you shortly.
So mean.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Borros Saga Banesbreak. Episode 11, we're kicking ass right now, specifically because Neela's about to tell us what she just rolled for that dagger to the throat trick.
Just an attack?
That was an attack, yeah.
What's my to hit modifier for this weapon that I don't have the stats for?
Oh.
That's a great question. I'd say
And is it a versatile weapon so that I can use my strength modifier?
I mean, are you
instead of my dex?
proficient with daggers?
I think so.
Everyone is.
Yeah, I feel like
It's
that's
a
an easy
knife.
one. It's a knife.
Yes!
Great, yeah, I'd say versatile.
I'm a pirate, please!
Just, yeah, normal attack roll.
Okay.
Normal bonus.
So 16.
Wow.
Great. So, yeah, you pull the dagger to whose throat?
It would have been Pietro's, I think.
Pietro. Okay. Great, yeah.
Because he's the one the most distracted because he's talking.
And he's gonna go real stiff. And what was your line again?
Can I cut in?
And then meanwhile, Luca, were you also attempting to net someone?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna net airily. Is that?
Airily, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna net. I don't have net as an equipment. How do I?
Yeah, so I'd say I'll count. I feel like a net is close enough to a monk weapon. Like,
Yeah.
let's go. Just yeah, for simplicity's
I've been
sake.
born for this moment, and it
Although,
is.
to be fair, you're just dropping a net from a height. That's not too complex.
Oh, buddy, the face though.
Yeah, what
So
happened?
like when I rolled 14.
Okay, that will certainly drop a net.
But
Your
does it-
face made it seem like it was a different number.
Yeah.
Are you aiming for early? Is that right?
Yeah.
Great. So I'd say, okay.
Just do it.
You get Pietro by the throat. Airly steps back and goes for something in her pocket, just as a net comes down and like just limply like drapes over her,
I wouldn't, mate.
and she's like, "What?
I'll grab onto the sides of the net since we're close to like keep her netted.
What the fuck are you all doing? What is
Okay,
this?"
Yeah, the other side.
Quiet.
And then Pietro, in front of you, says, "Listen, I got a few coins in the pocket.
I'll
You
take
can
them.
take
That
them
sounds great.
and
Absolutely.
go.
Go though? I
Just
don't know.
leave us alone. We're just heading south. We don't want any trouble right now."
Interesting.
Is he telling the truth? Is he telling any semblance of the truth?
Are you inciting?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Violence.
Oh, that was good.
You know, maybe they all just had it.
Well, I'd say based on that, you are given pause as to like, wait a minute,
What am I
why
doing?
did we suspect these guys? Like,
I'm still gonna rob him. Like, I'm not moving anywhere. Well, yeah. Worst case, I get apparently coins. Love that for me.
we don't want any trouble. We're just trying to head south, out of Kel Asari.
And when exactly do you plan to head south? By the way, I'm not drunk. I got both of you.
You pull off the mask.
Mr. Jenkins.
So this whole thing, you were just trying to fucking rob us the whole time?
No,
It was all just a
absolute-
bit?
No, I'm sorry. The question, it's not a bit. The question is, if you're just heading south, why would you not do so as soon as possible? Why would you be stuck here for another week?
We're traders. We were supposed to pick up a shipment here in Kel Asari before heading down south to sell. We're just past harvest season right now, and we're stocking up before we head down.
What are you doing in the woods?
We're talking.
You have a room at the inn.
Yeah, this is a new town for us. I don't trust people here.
So you had to go out
Still
in
in
the
the
middle of
shadows,
the woods.
shush.
People here.
Yeah, that's fair.
You had to go out in the woods to have a private conversation?
Yes, we did.
Can I insight check?
Yeah.
From the shadows.
From the depths.
Can I insight check from the sky?
Yes.
Good.
All angles really are permitted.
All angles.
Except for
You
mine.
can hear live at any angle. So 15.
Okay.
A 14?
Okay. You both don't. Well, what's his deal? Uh-oh. You both feel like he's not saying everything he knows. You don't feel he's outright lying, but it's like it feels there's more to it. Is what I'll say.
Selective truth-telling thing.
Where is Astrid?
She's actually sitting next to Pry. I thought she was closer. She wasn't. Can I have that paper? The missive?
Why are you blowing up my spot? Fuck, I was hiding.
I'm hiding.
Just go.
I walk out and push Pry out with me. No!
That's so fucked up.
And I'm gonna show them the missive that
I hate
we.
warlocks.
And you were totally not visible. Like you can do it if you want to, but even just conversing with Pry, you are not visible. Like you're not
stealthing.
detected. No.
Yeah, you guys are okay
Weren't.
for now.
No, we did it.
All right.
Yeah, it's canon.
It is canon. Sure.
Tight.
I'm going to show them the missive from the callers.
The one that sent us here? Mm-hmm. Okay, well.
Oh, the original
The
note
original note.
from Kesexume. Okay.
And I'm going to show it to them.
Okay. And yeah, so Pietro looks at it. What?
We need to know because we're also with you. And I motion to Pry to pull out one of the collar uniforms.
Here's the thing, I'm not a trick fucking dog.
What does that motion look like?
I'll be like, I'll move over to her and be like, can you bring out the uniform?
We weren't supposed to put on the uniforms while we were on this job.
I know.
She's doing in that
Yeah.
loud enough whisper.
Nice.
I know. But
If they're too stupid to realize when they have allies with them, then that's on them.
I know.
And
but
they
I
were
really-
dumb enough to get jumped in the middle of the night because they walked out into the woods directly behind where all the newcomers stay to have
Yeah.
a dumb conversation.
Yeah, you know,
You sacks of shit.
I'm gonna roll it up and just like shove it in my pocket.
And you couldn't even pick up on my very basic performance of seeming inebriated.
I think you did a great job.
Thank you very much.
Roll, I'd say both of you can roll one die for this, and we'll take it kind of like a collective roll for deception.
I believe that
Neela's having a moment of wondering whether or not she's supposed to just be a robber now.
Wait, I didn't get my sides.
The thing about being a cop is that you can be both.
What'd you roll?
I got 16.
Oh, okay.
I got a 10.
No, I mean, okay, so Pietro looks at you and gives kind of like a side eye to Airly, and then says something in Orcish.
Still up.
For you, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, yeah, so you
hour
understand
now.
this,
I'm not gonna make this.
and he says, the point where the sun touches Lake Doran and trails off like he's waiting for something to be said back to him.
One person puzzle. This is so good.
Wait, did Cal give us anything?
You've never heard this call and response in your life.
Okay, Neela's just gonna add a little bit of pressure to Pietro's throat as he's talking, completely unaware of whatever the fuck else is going on. Just be like, stop talking nonsense.
Who the fuck are you actually?
It's been. I don't know if I'd know that.
What are you doing here?
Do you
I
attempt
told
to
you
answer?
we're traitors.
I believe you.
I mutter something
a
under my
D.
breath in Orcish. Can I do that?
Not with comprehend languages.
No, damn.
You have to like repeat what you heard.
But
Yeah.
you could say whatever you would say in common.
And I'd be like, they're doing the stupid phrase.
You know that it's been updated, right?
Roll
Pulling out of the net.
roll me deception
Why
with
won't
a
you just let me stab
with
them?
a redonk DC. You know they updated it. It's
Oh, you know, they changed the password.
we have a new one out now. New phrase just dropped.
We were actually here.
There we go.
Oh, they don't tell you. The new code phrase. See, I always get the first code
wow.
phrases. Okay.
That's. Damn, dude. Alright. Deception?
Yeah.
21.
Get the fuck out of here. I know you too well at this point.
I was actually got.
I got the first two
I was
times,
got. Me was
and I
got.
swore
It's
never
not
to
even
got
changing.
again.
I was got it.
Really? He looks at you, knife to his throat, and says in Orcish to you, then what is it? Which you just hear as gibberish, but you understand.
We can't trust them.
Can I kill him, please?
We might have to if they don't know the updated passcode.
Kill one of them.
Great.
Airly says, wait. Oh. And she's like, she seems to be racking her brain. Okay, let's
Try the truth, even.
all just step inside
We're not going anywhere.
and just talk this out.
Absolutely not.
Let's take him to the basement.
No, I'm holding the net down.
No, me too.
Yeah.
Very strong.
You want to
She
get out
is.
of this in any way? You want this to become a fraction more friendly? You're going to have to start saying things we
Breathe
want.
through the net.
Claustrophobic.
Kill him.
Great, yeah. And so you just you
Yeah?
cut his throat.
I do what I
Awesome.
told. I know that she can make people come back. I'm
The
just assuming that's what's
dagger-
gonna happen.
The dagger goes through his flesh a little easier than you were expecting it to. So it's a 2-inch deep gash, like through the esophagus and everything.
Nice.
And his knees just give way as he sputters and spurts.
I'm still holding him up.
Also,
I start precipitating the blood.
I should clarify, as you're holding him up and his body sags, his head comes back a bit further as his body drops, and it just opens up like a mouth.
I never lose eye contact with Airly.
And she's thinking,
Just remember, it's spare the dying, not spare the dead. What are you going to do next?
and she looks over all of you, and she says something under her breath. In Orcish.
Every time.
That only Asher understands. And you hear her say, she thinks it over, and you hear her say, for the Duke, get fucked. And you hear a crunch, and all of a sudden there's an explosion where she's standing. All of you roll a dex save.
Incredible.
I can do that one.
This is, I'm doing different dice.
You're in the sky, right?
Am I good?
You're fine.
Okay, cool.
That's not so
I rolled
good.
a nat 1. So,
You're already less fine now.
but I'm in the sky. I wasn't.
Luca!
One piece of shrapnel.
Okay. That's a 12.
Okay.
Okay.
12? I got 24.
Okay.
So I'm holding a corpse in front of me. Is
Airly
that
was
an
behind
effect?
you.
Oh, she was behind me?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Even better. That's fine. I have 21.
Okay.
21.
Okay.
Natural one.
I know!
Um.
But it was a saving throw, right?
Yeah, it's okay. It's a 2.
It's better than 1.
Not
when it's
really.
a nat
Have you
1.
met him?
That's fair.
It's not.
That's fair.
He went to a 15.
That's a good
Okay.
point.
That's my favorite thing.
Airly explodes in front of you. And you are caught up in the blast, not quite sure what is happening around you as you're all sent backward into trees and have you. Those of you who failed your rolls, Curse and Pry, you take, it was 21 points of damage.
I'm down.
What?
Those of you who save take half of that, rounded down to 10.
Uh-oh. The healers are down.
Yep.
So Curse just straight up cracks against a tree and is limp on the ground. Pry, are you down as well, or?
You know I am, Vince.
And Pry also just goes careening into the wood, and you hear some real harsh noises as she crashes into stuff.
Oh. I immediately... Who's closest?
Shouldn't you only take half damage? Aren't you resistant to fire damage?
Is it fire damage?
Is it fire damage?
Is it fire damage?
Is it
Or
fire
is that
damage?
bludgeoning?
One more
because
person.
it's-
Is it fire damage?
Thank you.
Sound.
I'll say I'll give you halfsies on that one. That's fiery.
Oh, okay, then that's excellent. I'm not dying. That's
So
a huge difference.
She
still
cracks,
want- yeah.
less loud.
I still run over and like tumble into just like jumping in front of you as like you hit the tree. But I'm not doing well. It's just like bloody, just like.
Is there anything left?
There is nothing of Airly left.
Good.
So
Not-
she
not-
like exploded.
The thing is, not a speck.
Wait, what?
So maybe she's not dead.
From the sky, is there anything that I could see from above when the explosion happened?
I'll tell you as a freebie, you saw nothing, like no escape, like she's just gone. Now, the explosion was such that she could have very easily been just freaking vaporized, as there was like a really intense flash of heat. And not all of you, the thing is, you weren't all very close to Airly. It was mostly just Neela who was the closest, but who didn't manage to avert the worst of it, possibly
Well, and
by
us
putting
who were literally
Pietro in the way.
holding her down.
And
Yeah.
then Curse and Jibe took a big hit.
As soon as I crack against the tree, I'm just gonna like crawl my way to pry and cast a Cure Wounds. As soon as she goes down. That's a second level. So
I kind of like, just like where I probably just like slammed against a tree, and then I like kind of peel the corpse off me and like inspect it.
Yeah, so Pietro is just like mashed. It's just like raw, like muscle and bone, like flayed outward as he took like the heat of that blast.
Nice.
Thank you.
Should we spare the dying on him to get some answers out of these people?
Does he see
On
the
who?
mouth?
Pietro's like bones.
I'm still asking the question.
No.
No?
We done?
Possibly.
And I look at the corpse.
We can't.
Spare the dying, not spare the dead.
Jive balls back.
People are gathering at the tree line. You hear shouting deeper in the forest as Orem as well pushes through the crowd, and I think he managed to like just get home before the forest exploded. Pushes through and is holding everyone like, stay behind the trees, everyone. And he comes forward. What was that just now? I had an explosion.
Am I very visible?
Huh?
Am I very visible right now?
I'd say you're all, because you all got exploded. All of you sans Luca are very visible right now.
yeah, I'm by no means have passed without trace up anymore.
Yeah.
I died for a second.
And you're holding like a flayed corpse.
Covered in blood and I'm holding a flayed corpse.
It
What
doesn't
in
look
God's
good.
names happened? God's names. All of them.
Apple picking.
We know that you've seen worse tonight. Oh boy.
The sleeper agents might be gone. Possibly. Who knows? They said the Duke. Damn, what did the Duke what?
In the name of the dude.
He said like, for the Duke, get fucked.
Yeah, I repeat that in comment. That's what she said before she exploded.
Wow.
That's a hilarious code phrase if it's some kind of like self-destruct moment. But
Quarren.
also incredibly like egotistical on the part of whoever made them do that.
No, Emiya, stay back. Quarren, come here. And he calls another one of the townspeople forward, who's kind of like a hunched over, like lanky looking elven dude, a little bit just like shifty looking. And Orem whispers something to him, and he nods and gets to work tidying the blood. It looks like prestidigitation and sprinkling a powder, which seems to even get like the viscera and some of like the debris just cleaned up off the forest floor, and is like starting to put things together.
Trying to help.
I'm
With President.
and I'm dumping the body on the ground, probably making more of a mess and starting to just like go through the remnants of to see if there's like anything left over that might point to signs of these people not being who they say they were.
Yeah.
I'm gonna snap to you in Infernal. Haven't you done enough? Why don't you let the people from here deal with it?
Yeah.
I'd like to try and make eye contact with Emiya. If she was like trying to come to the edge of the tree line to like see
Yeah, she's
a
like
little bit.
maybe 5 or 6 yards away from you, like by the tree line.
Great. I'm gonna like prop myself up off of Jibe and just like stand and just be like, Emiya, just to be like, we're good.
And
we
she-
killed her net.
I was just about to say, I'm pretty sure her net is like destroyed at this point, right?
Vaporized, right?
And It's not here. However, as you look at her, you see she's like her fists are like up in a stance that she's ready to go.
My protege.
But she sees your signal. She nods and is kind of like hanging out behind the trees. Okay. I assume you found what you were looking for.
Should we tell him? I'm saying this very quietly to Pry. Tomorrow. Okay. Yep. All right.
Is the danger past for now?
I don't know.
I think so.
There's a good chance. There's another party staying at the inn. Is that right? There's
The
one
merchants
other.
and shit?
Like a
Let's
group
just
of
get
them.
into it now, I guess. The way they reacted would suggest that they didn't think there were other people here working with them.
Oh, good point. Good point.
But
Oh, that's great. Okay,
other
that's.
people-
Do we think
Yeah.
that she actually
Would have come
exploded,
running
or
at
do
the
we think that
explosion, I would think.
she exploded?
From up there, it looked like she exploded.
That's a lot.
Okay.
I don't understand how magic works.
Neither do I.
I'm just gonna keep looking. I'm just keep digging through this guy's like pockets and.
Did
Yeah.
she do anything? Was there like a gesture of like an incantation or something?
All
or-
you knew is she had a hand in her pocket, and you
Got
heard like a crushing of something right before she popped.
Okay.
I'm looking for something similar in his pockets too. Also.
You actually do find what looks like. You ever seen one of those? What are they called? The teardrop glass things, where if you hit the tail, the
Yes.
whole thing goes.
Yes.
It's shaped roughly like that, like a teardrop with a long tail, and it looks like there's something like a bit of energy like crackling inside of it, like dancing back and forth.
Heads up, Astrid. Kidding.
Ah!
It'd be fair, and I would accept my death.
Maybe.
No, one explosion is enough per day. I'll just make sure that it gets handed over. Okay. While I'm pulling everything else apart.
Put it in my pocket.
Maybe
No.
the holding.
Something protective.
Maybe the bag of holding.
Pry, what do you think? And I hand it very gingerly because I know she's mad at me.
Hold on, wait.
Pry is just a bomb.
And just from our sailing experience, I would imagine that we would know like how to pack something with hay so it wouldn't get destroyed. So I would go to Imia and just, do you have like a little box by any chance? Like something like goods are sent in or anything.
I have the box. I kept the net in.
That would be great. You're gonna not need that box anymore.
Literally the saddest thing that was said this entire season.
Teed that right up. That was beautiful.
Just like limping and patting the child on the shoulder.
And yeah, she does offer a small wooden box with a top that slides like this open.
Great. Okay, thank you. And I'm gonna pack some of that hay that you retrieved, Luca, and then just bring it back. There you go.
Team effort, baby.
Put it in.
Okay. Well, that'll come in use later at some point.
Yeah.
All right.
I appreciate what you've done. I'm sorry that it came to this. You don't look like you look like you've seen better days.
I'm having a great day.
Quarren and I can sort this out from here if you'd like to rest, and I would perhaps suggest that you do.
That would be great.
Why don't you go home and rest too? You're a bit overexposed. And I look at you and kind of gesture at the paperwork that you're still
Oh,
holding.
I don't have it.
Oh, I thought.
It was the paperwork I was showing was the original missive. That
Oh,
said
gotcha.
Sleep Agents.
Sorry. Then I would give you a little.
You gestured to Astrid. She gestures to curse, and
Yeah. I don't remember what papers are. I died a little bit.
I'll pull out just the one with the sketch of him, and I'll very much hold on to the rest and hold it
Very
out
much.
to him. I don't want him to see them.
Also, don't eat apples. Don't eat these.
They're probably fine. If
those grow here.
Yeah, don't eat
Is
them.
there something wrong with the harvest?
No. Maybe. Don't eat apples.
Do you think they poison the whole harvest?
I would just be a little bit more careful about the thing that everyone's consuming for a bit.
You think I was a target?
Yes.
It sure does look like
Look
you.
at yes.
In what world would they want to kill me?
Well, you're the one.
So weird. Yeah, can't think of a reason. Anyway.
Hold on,
You're
and then
village elder. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, that's a good point. And I just want to like grab his like collar and pull it down, not like intimidatingly, but just like I'm struggling to stand.
Yeah.
And just like we know what you do to protect this town, and if someone else knew and they took you out, suddenly the town is no longer protected. Think about it.
I suppose. I guess I never imagined that Oris would consider Kel Asari as a target of any value.
That's interesting, actually. Yeah, we'll think on this tonight, but just keep an eye out for yourself. Pats you like on the chest.
Just set watches. Everyone just set watches. Don't just go to bed.
Imi has run out with like blankets and is trying to put one on each of you.
Oh my god, this
precious
child.
baby.
Do you want to come with us?
Yeah, I said, wait, hang on, you don't want to see this, mate. Just, I'll just, yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah.
Are you okay?
A little hurt. Are you okay?
Yeah.
You alright? You sure?
Actively bleeding. Like, actively bleeding. And it's hard to tell where it's coming from because her clothes are just soaked in it.
I mean, the rooms have baths, is that right?
Not all of them have private suites for bathing, but we do have a few on the floor that you could use.
Do you have an available room? I'll pay with the money I want tonight. Do you happen to have a private room that we could also rent that just happens to have a private bath?
I'll need to check the books, but there might be a suite available, yes.
I think a room just opened.
Yeah. That would be
They didn't have a bath in theirs, though.
that would be appreciated if we could get that.
I think we can make that work.
Come here. And we'll like wander towards like the inn.
Yeah. Great.
Did Pietro have anything on him?
Oh, dynamite
Loot
question.
the corpse. We're also looting the room.
There is
That is all in our
there is a bit of money there.
I rolled an 18
Let's
investigation.
go!
I'd call that, so mark down 6 Travers and 4 Dars, silver. And then aside from
have
that,
a few coins. Look at him. He told the truth.
you find a small silver ring with a ruby inlaid that's marked with initials. PS. Probably just his ring from his family.
Yikes.
Nah, fuck him.
Literally does not matter to me at all.
And then aside from that, you know what? Yeah, you don't find any like missives, no orders, no memos. Really nothing else on him but just a bit of like light traveling material like that.
No, yeah, and he didn't have any other kind of like weird hidden pockets or anything.
Aside from like the last thing,
yeah.
no, nothing else on him.
I robbed him after all.
Nice.
I think I'm done.
Are you okay?
No.
I will work with we're all
Yeah, I'm okay.
Just gonna go to bed or a bath or something.
I'm
So sorry.
It's okay. Maybe just don't blow up the cleric's spot when she's hiding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we're good. I'm done with this interaction.
Yep, I've realized, and I didn't know how to walk. I just walk away now. I'm literally just like, I was like, I don't know what to. And she just keeps walking.
I realize I don't know how to walk. Oh, okay. Wait, I'm doing it.
Yep. Meanwhile, Neela is holding a handful of money and a very cool knife covered in blood and is literally having the best night
Yeah.
so long.
This is everything Neela loves.
That is great.
As we're wandering in, just look up. Luke, are you good to keep watch?
Yeah, I guess I can just take the sky. I kind of want to find another net for Mia.
Okay.
Too bad.
She gave it to us. It means that she's participating. It's
She had a
fun.
box for it.
Now she doesn't anymore, though.
Now we have the box and we use the net. So she doesn't
We
need a
can make
net.
her
She
a
doesn't have a
box,
box
too.
for it.
I love
It's
this. She's
fine.
got a very nice sword.
She's fine. It's not a big deal.
Okay, fine.
I
Everybody
also
goes
look
sleep.
at if you'd like, you certainly could find a way during your watch to try and like weave something new or like create a replacement for her.
I would like to weave something new or create
Yeah.
a replacement for her.
You'll definitely need to
Incredible.
use like some curtains or some sheets or something.
Okay.
I know where you can find sheets. Come with me to loot the room.
So if you're taking first watch, I'd like you to roll me.
We're looting first.
Oh my god. Okay. You know what?
Thank you.
You go back to dead.
I lay down right here.
Take a nap
The glass explodes.
I will say though, you already picked over the room quite thoroughly the first time you went through there.
But not for keepsies.
Can I roll for curtains?
Roll for curtain.
I would like to roll for curtains.
Okay. I don't know why you're doing this to yourself, but yeah, you can roll for curtains.
I already rolled.
What was it?
No. I already rolled on that one today, so obviously I can't
Okay.
do it twice. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Investigation? Okay.
Yeah.
14.
You realize
Curtains.
there's curtains there. Like, yep, that's a curtain.
Okay, I'm gonna take that. I'm just gonna take to the sky and just use my hands to.
Perfect, yeah. And then I'll say, looting the room, Pry. The most you find is another two Travers, about 9 Dars, and like 15 Pips.
Sweet. I take everything they owned.
Yeah, so the rest of it is just literally like traveling gear. Like small
Great.
pots, pans,
It's for us now.
rucksacks, various odds and ends like bedrolls, really ordinary stuff like that. Adventuring gear.
I have a bag of holding, and I'm a hoarder.
I've noticed, trust me.
We love it.
Bag of hoarding.
Great.
I will draw a bath, whether it's in a private suite or it is, I guess, in a
Friend
collective
of all of us.
area. Is there an inn? Or sorry, is there a room in the
Yes,
inn
no,
that
we
has
have one.
Is there?
Oh, so we do have one. We do have one suite available
Great.
that has. It's got a bath in on the lower floor. This actually whole place is just one floor, so it is on the lower floor.
Oh, okay.
They all are really.
Yeah.
But that'll be if you're willing to pay a bit more. I'm supposed to charge for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That would be.
I heard willing and supposed to.
Where are my parents?
I've been wondering the whole time. It's why I gave you a sword. I'm very worried.
They are negligent.
I think by all accounts, we're all doing great.
That one is a Trava for the night.
Great. You have it. Do I have cash on me?
Yeah, you should.
I should, right? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Here you
So
go.
mark off 1 gold
Yep.
because someone has to keep tracking. It's not me.
Yeah, 1 gold.
She takes it and hands you a key. It's the one on the furthest end, the last in the hallway.
Great. Less on the hallway. Thank you. Yeah. Keep watch.
Yep,
And,
that's my job.
And then I'll draw the bath up for you. Okay, there you go. I will sit outside at the door, and I will make sure that Imia is keeping watch. And then you just relax. You take it easy.
You should relax too. You are also mystery bleeding.
Oh yeah, hey, you know what's a couple bits of blood amongst friends? What am I saying? I hit my head so hard. Yeah, you go clean up first.
You could take the bed for a bit. I think you could probably use it.
If I lay down, I will definitely fall asleep. So.
Good.
Yeah.
Please.
Okay. All right. And I will, lay down in bed.
As Kaylee is backstage. Beautiful. So I'll say you're all able to bed down for the night in various different rooms and situations. But
One, I want to sleep in their room, not the dead people room.
okay, that's way better.
I wake up and Pry is right there. And I'm like, you absolutely have to ask next time.
Good call.
Chris, on the other hand, definitely slips into the bed after it is just here.
Yeah, I just want to see if, so once I meditate for my 4 hours, I just want to see if anything is attempted with the window. Like if any communication is attempted in that room. And then if there isn't anything, I'm going to finish my goddamn Doom Veil.
I'll say you don't notice anything coming through on the window.
Okay.
There is certainly more experimentation that could take place with that.
Mila broke it good.
But nothing comes through to you on it. The Doom Veil, however, yes, you've been working on it now long enough. You can put the final touches on this veil that is designed to show others a possible, legitimate version of a terrifying future of theirs. As you put on the final touches, describe to me what this looks like. What are we dealing with?
Once she got all the enchantment down, she works really hard to like push it into the weave of the canvas so it doesn't show up. And she was like, oh, maybe it should be blank. No, let's make it worse. And she takes some of like the sacred ink that she uses and hands trembling, paints the entire thing jet black. And affixes it to like her hood so her eye line is still seen, but like it drops down from like below her eyes to like right below her collarbone.
Sick. As John has indigestion. Sweet.
I just can't wait for the updated character art. That's all I'm thinking.
Just growling in his sleep.
He's streaming. He's chasing the
dog. So do you have
That's
to
literally
choose
racist.
to activate it, or is it just like that all the time?
Here's the
Every
thing.
time anybody stares at you.
The way I heard that works, it just works. So if the veil's dropped, you get what you get.
I don't want to look at Rye anymore.
This is the best day of my life. Don't perceive me, it will go badly.
Pry, as you finish the Doom Veil, and you've been into the busy work of something that you're actually quite familiar with, which is simply working with magic. Especially like in finer and more detailed ways. This is very much akin to your studies. You're coming up in the cult of Yamiel, where you are used to these more detailed, finer pursuits of scholarly application, I'll say. As you get into it, though, something is itching just a little bit at the edge of your mind, nagging you. Your book, it just feels a little bit off, and it's actually been feeling that way ever so slightly since Polyria, but with everything going on, it's been very easy to ignore. And obviously, you've been feeling off for 100 different reasons ever since you left Polyria. But it's becoming a little bit more forefront in your mind, and it's a sensation almost of bloat, like a cat needing to cough up a hairball.
Ooh.
Like there's something in there that shouldn't be, is the vibe.
Oh, yeah. Then I think once she's kind of smug in that and is able to like get back to feeling wrong after the dopamine of like, I made a cool scary thing, wears off, she'll open the book and start leafing through and see if she can figure out.
Roll me, I'll say roll for book, but that can absolutely be Arcana, History, however you would choose to divine the contents or access any knowledge therein.
Can I cast guidance on myself?
Of course you can!
Thanks. Okay.
I just like I'm imagining this voice coming out of this scary veil.
Dirty 20 if I can use Arcana.
Nice. You spend some time working on this, and you realize as you leaf through it and back again, there's an extra page substituted in a way you don't know how, actually. The handwriting is yours, as far as you can tell. You did write this, and it reads simply in a scrawled, almost hurried fashion. It reads, "The benefactors guided our every move to little more result than loss and pain. Beware the death of Iana in Traverse Peak, and seek Oris's weakness in the Bog Barrens."
And I immediately slam the book shut and put my hand instinctively to my throat, thinking that this was a message from the other Prithiv, and just send her like a little silent thank you in my head and a prayer to whatever is left of Yamiel to look out for her too.
Awesome. As we all get to resting, yeah, I'll say,
I recognize that tone of voice.
Neela, make me a wisdom save.
Oh my god!
Did you do that because you knew, or did you know because he did it? And
Full circle.
Chicken, egg.
5.
Okay.
Listen, I'm not wise. I'm cunning, and there's a difference.
You feel like, besides the obvious, that you are not alone in your room. You can't tell what it is.
Oh no.
And the feeling only persists for a few seconds, like the hairs on your back rising, and then you're fine again.
Who's that?
There's no response. Sleep and rest, or rest, pry, takes you all. Your dreams, those of you who have them, are peaceful, ordinary, perhaps itself a factor of Kel Asari, or perhaps after the travails of the road, you were simply due for a bit of calm. Luca, however,
Okay.
you find as you retire your watch,
Right.
having worked on your net for some time and finally bed down for the evening, you find your mind drift into something a little different from an ordinary dream. You find yourself somewhere. It looks like it could be a mountain garden, like the ones built into the cliffsides in Taio. But looking closer, the whole environment around you looks as though, almost as though it were projections, shining through thousands of spinning mirrors surrounding you that form a coherent landscape. Each mirror, as it spins, shows just ever so subtle changes or permutations of that environment. A leaf that is wilted or green, a rock that is missing or still rooted in the mountainside. And standing here with you is a woman. She's clad in flowing, draping linen, and spectral chains seem to tether her ever so subtly to every single mirror surrounding you. Her eyes are covered and her mouth does not move when you hear a voice. Luca, this is home to you, yes?
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
But now, a home that is a little different. And she lightly plucks one of the chains, and a mirror near the cliff's edge flips another direction, suddenly revealing a small town at the base of the mountain where it had once been blank before. A people saved. And what does that mean to you, Luca?
Must be a good thing, right? Saving people?
I imagine it would be.
Yeah.
One looks at the flow, the path of fate, and any life saved seems valuable and worthwhile. And not just a life in your case, but an entire town that before had no name on the map, and now they all have futures.
Yeah.
For them and their descendants that would not have been before.
Seems that we might be doing good things then, right? I mean, saving my people, that's... Oh, I have to... Can I tell my sister?
Suppose you could, but were you to let her know, you'd be telling her something she knew all along, that the town of Keseksume is at the base of the mountain, the western edge of the lake. If it is true now, it will have been true then as well. Perhaps it is even something you grew up with. Not the you are now, but you would have. Isn't that something to think about?
Yeah. It's kind of confusing when you think about it.
More confusing is the question of good and bad. Saving lives seems good, but there are always ripples and permutations mortals cannot predict. Not even I, for that matter, can see where all the chains go. But that is their destiny, Luca. Where do you feel your destiny lies?
Well, I didn't really know. I thought I would see the world and see if I found a place where I fit in, and I found these amazing friends that have been super nice to me and taught me the world. And a part of me feels like something has been missing this entire time. You know, being here reminds me that the thing that I've been missing is my home, my people. Maybe that's where I belong. Maybe that's where my calling is. I just didn't know it before I left.
You always had such a wanderlust, such a desire to see the world beyond the walls of Tayo and learn firsthand about that great expanse of Borros you've only read about and never seen.
Mm-hmm.
And all that to help you realize that, well, maybe that is truly where you did belong. Home in Tayo.
So then, what now?
What now, Lucas Stone Talon? You are very noble. I must know, though, what sacrifices are you willing to make? How far will you go to ensure the safety of your people, their health? Maybe a lesson you've learned a little bit today as well, as you've seen the lengths Orym has gone to protect Kel Asari. What would you do?
You know, if you would have asked me this question a couple of days ago, I don't know. I don't know what I would have done. But today taught me something. You have to be there for people, especially your own people. My sister and my father basically give up all that they have to take care of our people. I think that I would do the same. I feel like I would give up everything. Wow, did I just say that? Whoa. Yeah. Yeah, for them, yeah, everything.
And she stares off the cliffside for a moment before plucking a few more of the chains, seemingly without pattern, and then approaches you. She reaches into a little bag that you actually find you have on you. You have all your gear with you in this place, and pulls out an illustration that you'd drawn on the road of the entire group as you were traveling. May I keep this?
I guess. I could just make another one.
You are quite talented, Luca.
I'm almost done with Curse's book that I've been writing.
Oh, wonderful. I'm sure she will appreciate that.
I hope so.
Thank you for this. Return today, Luca, and may fates guide you. I am afraid there are more trials to come.
Okay.
And she plucks one more chain, and you awake the following morning. You all, as a matter of fact, stir awake, feeling better rested than you have in quite some time, actually. Almost as if, almost as though on cue, you hear, well, I'll say those of you staying in the original room hear a knock on the door as you hear Emia say, I've got breakfast for you.
Oh,
Hey.
that sounds good.
Thanks, love. And I'll jump out and open the door.
She enters the tray of various food, as she described when you were first coming into the inn, and a pitcher of the must wine. Right, good morning. Here's your breakfast and the wine. Just something to get you going. No need to rush out. I have to go do the other rooms because you all, dispersed. So I'm going to go bring theirs to them. Thank you for staying with us.
Oh, wait. Close your eyes. Hold out your hands. Fighting pose. And punch! Right into the into the net.
I'm entangled.
Good way to break a wrist.
Okay, open your eyes. This is for you.
Oh my god! And I want you to roll.
Oh no.
Roll for net.
Give me. Did you already make a roll for the net? Did you?
I did not roll for net.
Okay.
No.
Roll me either a sleight of hand or history,
Not history.
something that would help you create this net. I'll take one of those two.
There has never been a more perfect moment to roll a nat 20.
No way.
Story,
And
dice.
it's like a perfect recreation of the net. And she looks. Oh my god! Did you find it?
No, I made it.
Did you make this last night?
Yeah. You're not the only person that has special skills.
Are these curtains?
We don't talk about that, but I hope that you enjoy it.
Wow. Thank you, Luca. And she goes in for a hug.
Okay.
And it's just feather. Because you're huge.
I'm so big, so it's kind of like, you know when you like have like a nice like fluffy blanket wrapped around you?
Yeah, and
it's
it's
kind of
like 5'2" at best.
It's like a feathery weighted blanket.
So it's just
Okay, it's taller than me.
and me, actually.
thank you so much. You know what? I'm gonna go hunting today. I'm gonna go get some squirrels. Thank you so much for this. Wow, I appreciate it. Yeah, I don't see the box. And she takes off to go distribute the rest of the food.
Fine.
And you all do indeed find yourselves with food, with beverage, awaking, and ready to prepare your day.
So, what are we gonna do now? The agents are gone. We have.
Well, there's something nearby we're supposed to go see, right?
Yeah, the house, right?
The
Are they gonna
tower, the scary tower.
Oh,
Oh, love a scary tower. How does everybody else feel about a scary tower?
Very good. You don't seem too excited that we like saved your village and lineage.
No, I am. I'm conflicted, and Astrid's having trouble kind of articulating what she's trying to say, and she looks a little lost, not sure what she's trying to say exactly. My father is going to do this for so much more time. And there will be a day that it's going to be somebody alive. And that is when I take over.
Did you kill someone?
No, that was the one stipulation I told Melphis I would not do. It was a child. It was a little girl in the village. And I said she had to be safe. And it just hurts. He's going to do this for so much more time. And he never knows. He keeps everybody safe. What if me taking over the contract ruins what he did? What if Kel Asari's not safe in the future now? What if we alter something? What if I altered something?
I mean, you did. You saved it. Because it wasn't safe for me.
Oh.
Right?
But I endangered you all. And I'm sorry. You almost stopped breathing for a second.
I think I did technically die a little bit, which is fine because he owes me money now. Died and came back. So we're good.
Astrid just starts sobbing.
She immediately kind of goes over and is, look.
Still in bed.
Yeah, we're not there yet. I don't know this yet.
No, but you do like a whip with the start like, no.
Hey, you okay? You okay?
Yeah, I bolt away.
Curse goes flying.
Oh no, wait. Oh no, wait. Hold on. Oh no, wait. Oh no, wait.
There's a disturbance in the odds.
You can never know the ways in which your choices will affect the future. All you can do is make the best choice you can in the moment. You've always done that. And even when it goes awry,
Horribly wrong.
it happens. No one has a perfect path. There is no clean run through life. You are the balm at the end of his centuries of chipping away at his own soul to protect his people. And he'll never know the sacrifice you made for him. That's a weight that you have to carry.
I can do that.
But you have people here. We will carry it with you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. And Astrid just keeps crying.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna keep like pouring out of the pitcher of the wine, and like I pour a bunch into mine, and then I realize that it's almost gone, so I should probably.
And she just, you haven't seen Astrid drink this much, and she takes a huge gulp of just the wine.
It's also, mind you, must wine. It's not good. It's
She
just.
still drinks it.
It's made from all like the leftover bits of grapes, like skins and stuff like that,
Fruit wine.
that are then like re-fermented.
I prestidigitation it to make it taste better.
Oh.
Custard.
I would drink
probably
custard
get
though.
Do you want to see something really scary?
Yes.
You sure? It'll get your mind off of this, I promise.
Sure.
Wait.
I do. What do I see?
You don't see anything. In fact, to you, it looks like a blank canvas.
I hate to tell you, but
However,
it's not scary.
But I'm looking.
is Neela looking at it? Okay. I gotta go back to my episode 6 notes. No, actually 7. Here we go.
Because you saw it already, right?
No.
Neela never looked at it.
Plan for
It
you
only
to.
works once.
Yeah. Neela, you look at Pry's face, and
What do you mean it's not working? I worked for so long
I'm
on this.
sorry.
God damn it.
That is the scary part.
Yeah.
Neela, looking at Pry's face, you see Mira below the decks of a sinking ship, treading her face just above water in the last pocket of air. She sputters and chokes and then goes limp as she sinks below.
Yeah, I don't.
so much time on
I'm
this.
sorry.
No, it's
it didn't
okay.
work.
It's not your fault.
Ugh.
What? Are you?
You good?
Did you see something scary?
Did it work? Oh, fuck
So
yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah. Thanks, you wanna look?
I mean, he's looking.
It's more like staring away.
Yeah.
I
Okay, I'll
push his face.
Luca, do you dare take a look? Yeah. Reluctantly.
Maybe it only works like the one time. Hey, everyone, come look at me really quick.
I feel like we should go.
To be fair, yours is one of the most fucked up, so.
Well,
Not
Gotta look.
Yeah, we'll
Not
stay.
yet. Yeah,
Hang on, babe.
I can hear them screaming. Don't worry.
Luca, you look and you see the wooden rose standing proudly from Suncrest, but this time it's in the center of Tayo, right in this town square. You see Aarakocra, your family, your friends, your sister, lashed up and nailed to it, bleeding from holes as they hang from the statue, as pitch and oil are tossed over them, and you throw the match.
and then I come back.
It just
That's
bleeds.
just in your brain.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
in my brain?
Yeah.
You see that like as a projection on the actual fabric.
No.
And then it.
I worked hard that I wanted this to be
Oh, that's
only in
true.
their
You
mind.
projected
It's just
that
the thing
out.
that they
Just
think
that.
about when they're
That's
like,
right. You made some
Yeah.
modifications to it.
a lot
You
of
see Luca's
Somewhere I
face
feel like
like
this is wrong.
Come
you
back
see
to
Luca's face like get like super serious and he gets
Wait, Curse
like,
lost a
into a
hit point.
serious
That's
tone and he like takes a deep breath and you can like hear like his voice shift downward and he just kind of like starts shaking and looks at you and goes, I need to go for a walk. And he like walks off and just storms off for a second.
That's new. This slaps. And then I take it down.
I believe you have all now seen it.
Wow.
But that's all of you.
Interesting to see someone who doesn't react to this. Because they've already interacted with it.
Yeah.
Or we just don't go.
We could just stay here
Where
forever.
the fuck are the other
Sounds
ones?
like they're having a terrible
There are
time.
moments.
No.
We can sneak.
You know what? I'm
I
gonna
hold-
stop you actually. Who's sleeping
We
in
just
here
go
with
down the
me?
hall and
though?
help.
Oh, I'm by myself again. That's fine.
We have wine.
Great. So are you attempting to rouse the rest?
Do we want to sneakily do it, or do we want
That's
to
the
like
rest.
just bang on doors?
Hear them.
We're quiet.
Okay.
She says through the door.
This is your plan. It's whatever you
Oh,
want.
great. I don't want.
Some
I'm gonna.
Body.
Let's be loud, because if they're doing stuff and private moments, I don't want to bother them.
On three. 1, 2, 3.
We just start banging.
Oh, I went to kick the door open.
Oh yeah. So I want to. Okay.
I'm so proud.
Here's how I'm gonna paint that. So, you all are not on the same page.
Not even.
So 1, 2, 3.
So perfect.
Pry goes and kicks the door as Astrid leans in to pound on it, and it goes boom, onto the ground inside the room.
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
And your door just boom.
Oh. We've been drinking.
Get up.
Good morning.
Can I say I'm laying Little Spoon?
Absolutely.
As just this tiny curse is just like on his back,
It's like a backpack.
just yodeling it back there.
Exactly, very Dagobah. And don't even react. Like I was like awake and I just watch you both like fall in.
Good morning.
Hello. You know the door works where you could just swing it open and come in.
We
Knock.
We should
I
coordinate more.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
I was gonna knock.
I didn't know what we were doing.
I didn't know either.
Look, I watched Mila kick so many doors and I was like,
I kind of do not want to knock down a door with my feet.
We're all getting weirder.
I take full credit. That's what I did.
I'm just gonna like lean
There's
against the
food.
door jamb with.
How are you
wine.
feeling?
Better.
Yeah.
I climb off the
Good. I saw that. Fry.
Anyway, that's food.
Do you shut the door before I'm looking? Chloe is hurrying with that.
Answers with this.
Absolutely do.
And I want just, by the way, you close the door, and I want like 5 seconds of silence as Astrid is like kneeling on the floor, just like locked eyes with you guys.
You can see that she's like, her eyes are red from him crying. Be like, I'm sorry about yesterday. And she gets up the floor and just walks out. And
You
just
have to be sorry.
door shut. All right.
Oh no, it's a push on a pull. Oh no.
Rude.
Yeah, we should probably go take care of them.
Did you guys? Are you guys back?
Yeah.
We all slept in here, right? Sort of.
What? No, I was in the other room just to see
Nope,
if...
that's 3 did.
Oh wait, yeah, but he's gone. Did you? I had like a weird feeling. It was probably nothing. I've been drinking.
That's
Oh,
always the case, so.
Oh,
Oh hey,
I figured we were here. I thought we followed Astrid in.
yeah. It felt like I don't know. Maybe you were just awake.
What do you? Well, it was at some point, but I did sleep.
I just just had like this like feeling that there was something else here.
That's not good.
Oh, like
It's probably nothing.
I'm never comfortable with that.
yeah, agreed.
I wonder if
Say it.
I was gonna say, what if all the rooms have that
The window
the
thing.
window thing?
Yep.
Oh, we probably should have checked that.
We could
I didn't check the room before I went to sleep.
Well, I mean, no, I'll say, so Pry, you had to take
You had to
magic
take
up
magic
for a
up.
good like 10 minutes last night, and you walked past multiple rooms, and you were even in other rooms, I think, at some point. You did not detect magic on any other windows in the building.
I think it was just that one. And now I'm a little annoyed. We could have had a conversation last night. Oh well.
You still have the pieces
Instead
of
of-
wood. You still have the pieces of wood that
Oh, the painted
the
glass?
magic was put on.
But I broke all of the glass that I think was cast to be the reflective
Oh,
surface.
damn, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Should I not have?
Also,
murdered-
you owe me money.
Shit, you died.
Yeah.
She brought me back.
Or were you unconscious?
I'm sorry, who said that?
Sorry, I got more wine for you.
Oh, that's even creepier.
Sorry.
You didn't feel dead to me.
You have such a lively spirit. It
Here's
would
the
take
fun thing.
so
I don't
much
trust
to
people.
kill.
You were a backpack a minute ago. So maybe we don't trust what you think is an alive person.
What?
I don't think cuddling makes me untrustworthy. I think it's nice.
I'm just saying you're biased.
Because.
To be fair, I like both of you very much.
Oh, we're not competing over your attention. I just want his money.
Why
How about you
don't
50-50 it?
50-50 it?
Okay,
Everybody both
gets
lose.
I don't want a peaceful compromise.
Nobody gets money.
Peace was never an option.
I'll tell you what. We played fair and square, and I pull out it was a trapper that we put
No,
on
it
it?
was a crest.
It was a crest?
Yeah.
I pull it out.
It's like $1,000.
I'm giving this to you.
Don't make it a pity thing.
No, you won. I mean, granted, you're the one who went to die to make this true, but hey, you know, if that's how you play, if that is your fair and square, then please, by all means, and I slide it across as loudly as possible, angling it a bit, so just, by all means.
It leaves a welt in the table.
You know, I'm just saying I was the closest to her out of the two of us. I didn't die. Interesting.
I take the coin back. And I go to my veil and he's already seen it.
Bri, I just want you to know, I'm actually just kidding. I can't believe you won. That was...
No, stop it.
No, when I lose properly,
no.
I am so impressed.
This coin is constantly for terrible bets. And I'll make another one soon.
You hear a horse disturbance outside.
Oh, we should check on the horses.
Does it sound like sexy?
You hear sexy.
I run.
Meanwhile,
my God.
Luca, you stepped outside for a walk.
Yeah.
Where are you getting up to?
He was just walking back and forth in the hallway, just kind of trying to.
Oh, it's
calm
in the
down.
building.
Yeah. Yeah, just trying to calm down.
Great. Roll me a roll me a wisdom save.
Oh, I can do those things. I am a wise
Boy.
21 rolling
Let's
boy.
go.
Yeah, I think you are able to center yourself. But tell me, paint me a story. How are you focusing yourself and trying to calm down from what you saw?
So, after seeing that, Luca loses full control. And he just kind of puts his mind to the
feathers.
back of his head, and he lets this other persona come out and kind of try to take control, because who knows what freak out Luca would do in this moment. So he's walking back and forth, deep voice, hyper flexed, big masculine bird. But the way that he's talking is much different to the way that he's spoken in the past when he's in this voice. Mm-hmm. So instead, you would see him actually muttering the word control over and over again. Control. Control yourself. Jibe taught me. Control. 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 Wow. That's basically what happens to him.
Awesome. I love it.
And then
Sorry,
Chris runs
I
out.
was wondering if I wanted to have Imia walk up on you or not. What are you doing? Don't whine.
Try to get to sexy.
Oh yeah, great. So you also hear horse disturbance as you do that, and then Curse is like. Okay.
Come with.
Outside, anyone who chose to follow Curse, you notice an odd character examining your horses.
Oh, I hate that.
He's short for an elf and seems to attempt to avoid visibility, kind of adjusting his body to keep it behind posts and trees and the horses. But he slinks out when you approach, and you actually recognize him as the fellow that Orem referred to as Karen from, Quarren from last night.
Oh, yeah.
Not Karen, like K-A-R-E-N. It's Q. Anyway. And also the fellow that now you see him in daylight that Orem gestured to when he was mentioning the alchemist who produced the sugar ice dessert for the feast. And he's poking around the horses.
Taking an interest in my horse.
Ah, good morning. Did you sleep well?
You answered my question with a question.
The horses?
Yeah.
Yes, I've taken an interest in them.
Why?
I think they're rather fascinating.
It's a beautiful horse. It's hard to look away. What's up?
I bet you one crest that the phrase animal husbandry occurs in this conversation.
I was actually
pick
kind
that
of
up. I hope I'm
partial
right.
to the sticky one.
Get off my
I'm gonna go ahead and position myself between him and the horses.
Rather
yeah,
tacky.
it is very much my friend. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Remind us again what your situation is.
Let me tell you about animal husbandry.
He said it. He said it.
Clenching the coin,
said
blood
it.
starts to drip out.
You have something I wanted to examine.
Okay. Yes.
I
Okay.
can
And what's
sense
that?
it on you.
What's that? What are you looking for, mate?
What?
Well, I can make you an offer if I can see it. I have magic which might be useful for you.
Answer
You're
a
not
question.
saying much.
Yes.
One of you has, what is it?
And then he reaches around and points at whoever's holding Murad's stone. I want to say it's Luca, or do you have it in your bag of holding?
I would have had it in my bag of holding unless you wanted to hold on to it. It's in my bag of
And
holding.
points to Pry.
It's
know that you've gone.
it's a little gem. You acquired it recently. It has a malicious power to it, and I want to study the stone and to dissect its nature. I can give you many things, 2 things in return.
That's not
That is
many.
more than one things.
I don't know you.
How did you know?
Yeah.
What
What
makes
are
you
you
think
talking
that
about?
you know we have something?
I know it. It's on you. I can feel it.
Really? Because I feel like if we were hanging on to anything, it would definitely not be on our person.
No.
Is it an insight check? Because
Yeah,
I am
please.
creeped out. Wait, do I recognize him like from my time?
Before your time.
Okay.
He's before your time.
I'm probably holding a pocket dimension.
No, he looks cool.
I'll give.
That's dope.
Yeah, let's give him a plus.
Negative numbers on it? Yeah, I see it.
What is it?
This is 20.
Wow!
So it's insight. So that's oh no, it's wisdom. It's just it's not even a negative modifier.
Oh my god, this is so sad.
So mean.
What's your total?
Oh, thanks. 20.
Oh, okay.
Look, when I say not even a negative modifier, it's a +0. But it's not
you
a -1.
Neela, you actually,
This guy's really fucking weird.
he's so strange. He's so odd, but you actually think he's being completely sincere.
I'll offer you something for free.
What's that?
in a
To
box?
show you that I do mean you well and I want to help you.
Great, what
All
is
of
it?
you friends of Orem, obviously.
Yep. Making it weird. What's
Someone is, you're very impatient, someone is watching you. I saw their eye gazing down upon the inn last night, peeping. I can stop them if I can get what I want in return for it.
Is that what you felt? We heard you from down the hallway.
What would that
So
entail?
loud.
Yeah, very loud.
What would it entail?
Yeah.
Just give me the stone.
Well, no, but like, what's the thing that keeps those prying eyes away?
Oh.
Is it one item that only one of us is protected by? Like, what
It is a tattoo, a marking I can give to each of you, a small thing that will protect you from being seen via those means.
That's great. You saw someone watching us. Who?
Oh, I don't know who it was. I just saw the eye peering upon your room. Someone's very much taken an interest in you. You might be very popular, but I assume you don't want to be peeped. I know I wouldn't be.
I'm gonna lean into Pry and back in Desna. I think Jibe had somebody staring at him as well.
You do recall you had that
Yeah.
sensation of like being watched by
Yeah.
someone unseen.
Yeah.
Scrying magic is...
Is that what that...
It exists in the world. I can't do it, but
I
I know it
didn't
can be
know
done.
that.
I definitely felt something last night then, I guess. But
I
again, I was drunk, so...
I can also
What's the second
teach
thing?
your
Yes.
horses a trick.
Ooh, what's that?
Please don't touch.
Don't touch the
I-
sticky one. It's really... You're going to be
I
there
have
for
no
it.
choice
touch the
now. They are very loyal to you and very fond of all of you. I will teach them to always find you, to find their way home should they ever go astray. They are afraid of losing you, and I would like to do that for them as well.
Can you do that for us too?
For all of you to be able to find each other.
Also
This
very
book is
afraid
on
of
equine
losing.
magic.
What are
Nope.
people but horses with feet?
I mean,
Because horses don't have feet.
No, that's
You
true.
You want to try me again, Chief?
I absolutely do not.
Stand by it.
I'm a druid. I can get
What kind
pretty
of fucked up
close.
horses you looking at? Oh my god.
If Chris turns into a horse, then magic work.
I'm not.
But horses with feet.
Listen, I've gotten tattoos from way sketchier people than this guy.
Yes.
I'm afraid I cannot help you to find each other, but you also don't seem to ever leave each other's side for very long. The horses, however, I do worry about.
Stop touching them.
And just patting the top of Stumpy's head.
Yeah.
Wait, after touching Sticky?
Oh, I got it off.
How?
Teach us that.
Hold on.
Yeah, I want 3 things.
The darkest magic.
Oh no.
Let's throw in one additional detail to
Okay.
this deal. Please stop touching our horses. It makes us uncomfortable.
I will need to touch the horses one more time after we do the deal.
A utilitarian touch is okay. What you are doing is a little bit too much of a flourish.
I have a further question about
Yes?
what your goals and...
I like answering questions.
I noticed. Yep. Why do you want this object that you think that we have?
It is a different sort of magic, one that I am not accustomed to, so I would like to study it and understand what its nature is. Now, it is composed of malice. It is a evil sort of thing, I understand, and I can keep it safe. I deal with a number of evil sort of things. It would be safe in my hands.
Before you decide, I would ask for one more stipulation.
Oh?
If you could send any information that you learn about it to the libraries to the south, so that other
Oh.
future mages would know perhaps how to deal with this should they ever
You
come
would
up
like
again.
me to forward my findings to the Bibliotheca Imperium
That would make me
in Travers Peak.
incredibly happy.
Oh, they haven't answered my letters in quite some time. But I will send them everything I find. I can agree to that.
Well, then your answer belongs to the owner of the stone. Luca, what do you want to do?
I don't know how I got it out of your bag, but
You didn't. Let me be very clear,
one
you
knows.
absolutely did not.
What's to stop you from using this evil power?
In the best way I can explain, I don't feel that the power is intended for me. I don't think it wants me to have it. I merely am going to study it to understand what it does want and how it was hoping to get it.
can I make an insight check to see if the intentions are not bad?
No.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
I mean,
That would have been a cool...
like,
Power move.
I weirdly trust this guy. I don't know why. Like,
Okay.
he's a super weirdo, but
Really?
like, he so far seems to be on the level.
23?
Ooh.
Again, dude is fucking odd, but he seems totally sincere in what he's saying.
Yeah. There's a difference between discomfort and someone lying to you. He makes us uncomfortable, but he's truthfully making us
I
uncomfortable.
think it's
Nikram was the same way.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be okay.
Spitty's nibbling on his sleeve.
Give it to him.
It's not what we do. What do you want to do?
I want to do that. I want to give it to him.
Okay.
It's
I want to
chewing
keep
on
Spitty.
me.
No touching.
Yes.
If it can touch me, I can touch it.
No,
That's
no.
fair.
I'm going to draft up a
Look,
letter of
Spitty's making choices
instructions
Alright.
of
in the
consent.
space.
He's making choices.
I go to my book and open it immediately to the page with a drawing of the orb, and that's the only way I
That's
can
why-
access it.
now
Yeah,
I
that's
know I
why
can't
no one
get it.
picks my pocket.
That's you can't pickpocket
Yeah.
though. Yeah.
And I pull it out and offer it to you. And snap the book shut.
Nothing bad with this, okay?
Mm-hmm. And you see he pulls out like a thick glove and pulls up over his
This
arm.
is what I meant about maybe we shouldn't be touching stuff all the time.
It was
Definitely.
wrapped though before.
Yeah,
so
we'd wrapped it up.
Luke
Yeah.
is not touching it physically either.
It won't fit in there. Nothing bad with this, okay?
Oh, nothing bad, of course. I will not do bad things with it, but bad things might happen to it.
It's like every single thing this
That was the
person
most
says.
upsetting roll I've ever seen.
It's warm
Oh.
to the touch. 'Twas in her back for too long. Right.
I think it might just be.
Is my bag weird now?
A little bit clammy.
So how are we getting these tattoos, mate?
Ah, I can do that for you now. I came prepared for you to accept my offer, because it was very generous.
Yeah.
I'm going to need... Well, I suppose you can choose where I put the tattoo.
That would be preferable.
Where would you like them to be?
Don't need to be in the same spot.
No, it can be wherever you want. Ideally somewhere with a bit less feather or fur to get to your skin, if possible.
Wrist.
Yeah, wrist is probably the best
We can
way.
hide it
Inside
easier
of the
too.
wrist.
Bracers, sleeves.
Those ones tend to hurt a little bit, I'll warn you, but
That's okay.
it'll be quick.
Alright.
Yeah.
You good?
If you like, I can do this in a symbol that you choose. The symbol itself is less important than what I've put into the ink. What would you like it to be?
Was there a symbol on Ava's book?
Like of the Banebreakers?
Yeah.
You're saying?
Ooh.
Do we have a logo?
Do we have a logo? I was gonna say.
Logo. I mean, you've seen it. But
Scrambling behind the scenes.
I'll say there's no symbol explicitly on like the cover of the book. You know what actually?
And like descriptions of a
You know
sigil
what?
or something that we had.
There's a few things. You have options. It can certainly be something you want it to be. Whatever you choose that you feel is indicative of your adventure or your bond together, of course. There was something printed on the very first edition of The Legend of Banesbreak. Anyone here who's like a hardcore nerd would know that.
You have the copy, and
I
I'm
do
also
have
a
the
nerd.
first copy. Yeah.
Yeah.
However,
And I've got it in the book, too.
your copy is, was it a first edition?
It's a first edition.
Okay,
I
yeah.
have that in my
So,
notes.
damn! So,
We
yes.
don't fuck around.
It will have this symbol on the inside cover. You don't know what it's meant to refer to, and it was taken out from the second edition forward.
Can we both
It's,
open to it at the same time?
Be like, but
it's a symbol of what looks like a gold embossed dome.
Oh yeah.
But that's all.
That's kind of boring.
That's a very cool tattoo.
What about
I'm just telling you what's in there.
like what about a sword like cutting a mountain?
Sure.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Thanks.
That is awfully detailed.
That's a really good idea.
Okay,
Oh,
Luca.
Burns.
Bird.
Should it be something that really does make the thing that brought us all together?
The horses?
Yeah.
You want a horse?
Just get a horse.
Eric gets a tattoo that says their horse name.
Time.
Spiteful.
How do you do that?
Wait,
It's meant if it's only
Like,
like that.
Oh yeah, it could be an hourglass because of
Subtlety
the time
lost.
travel.
I like that.
the
Oh, that would actually work quite well.
Shit.
I'm so
Even react.
tired. Have you all?
oh,
Not you.
Because of the time we traveled
Yes.
together.
No, I understood the first time you said it what you meant. Do you want an hourglass?
Yes.
yeah.
Hourglass with the horse? No,
no,
no horse.
You can have a
Like
horse on your
horses.
own.
That's all right.
Like the sand is horses?
Oh, but my sword into a mountain was too
To
detailed.
be clear, I'm not going to do it. I just wanted to clarify.
No, I don't want a pile of horses falling into the pile of horses to indicate the passage of time. That doesn't make any sense. That's not anything. The sand was the.
It's like a metaphor.
In what way? In what way? And Jive is losing it. No, that doesn't make any sense. We didn't. Horses didn't work the passage of
Horses
time.
are like sand with feet.
It kind of makes sense when you think about it.
Don't think about anything too hard.
So,
So
the
good.
feet thing made sense. The legs was the problem, but the hooves.
I can see your fur standing on end, like just so annoyed.
It makes sense.
Do you just want an hourglass then?
Yes.
Okay.
Ow.
And you each. It takes a bit longer than that, but you do each get a little tattoo of an hourglass, like the sand in the middle, just like this, or this, or this.
Yeah. Easier hands first time.
Thank you. And yeah, it looks quite good. It's a bit on the simple side. It's very basic, but very clean. And you don't necessarily feel like a magical effect on you at the moment, but it does seem to tingle with just a bit more than your ordinary sort of the burn of the application as you receive it. He then goes to each of the horses and grabs their head and whispers in their ear and points to you, and then gives a little pat. And then goes to the next one and does the same with each of them. And then yeah, that's it. Takes the stone and
Thank you for the transaction. I hope you have success in your journeys and come back to Kel Asari one day.
I look forward to reading your findings.
Yeah, don't forget to send along all your...
I will be sending everything that I discover to the Bibliotheca Imperium in Travers Peak.
Okay.
It's a whole lot of detail. Okay, thanks, mate. We're gonna go. Don't blow yourself up or anything, I guess. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Yeah, that's...
and he is just standing there, just
You can walk away.
These are our horses.
Maybe we walk away. Maybe we get on the horses and we go.
I'm
Eh?
going
should
to
go
stay
to-
here.
Okay. We should go check out the tower, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's definitely tell this guy where we're going. Let's...
Is it far enough that we should take the horses? Okay.
I look at Spyful like,
You know, overall, aside from like maybe typical, maybe normative social cues, it was pretty friendly overall.
oh yeah.
Very
Every
honest.
high-level mage we've ever met has been the worst. Creepy and weird.
The librarian
I miss the
that we
pigeons.
met.
The pigeon guy.
Nikram, yeah. But I meant the library guy.
Everyone
Maybe
in the
all
library
that
was
knowledge
me as a
drives
piece
you
of
a
shit.
little mad.
Wow, that's very deep.
as you head out of town, Orem catches your eye from just down the road.
Quickly disguise self because I forgot to do it. I
Oh,
am
hello!
Become a different person.
What do you look like?
she panicked and it's kind of it's like random generation right now, but
Yes!
just like
It's just like different eyes.
no, it's a normal, but it's like she has like two different colored eyes. The hair like has a streak of red in it, but it's brown and it's not proper. Not a best work. Nope.
It's like maybe it should have been the
It's
same
a different
person who saw
person.
us yesterday.
She panicked. She forgot. It's a
That's
different.
incredible.
So you're heading out because going off of what Kelsis told you of where the location of this place is, there is like a really light dirt path heading out east from Kel Asari, not one of the main roads. But it is supposed to apparently take you close to where this tower would be. As you walk out that road, you do see up the north road, Old Deeproot, the tree. Orem is standing in the, like just amongst the roots of the tree and looks up at you all a good distance away and just offers a polite wave as you head out before turning back to the road and having a sit.
You look stressed, so I just lean over. I'm like, "You sure you don't want like a stepsister?"
Oh my god.
Wait,
You would be dead by the time. No, well, maybe.
hold on. A stepsister?
Sorry, half sister.
Half sepsis. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be very much older. Astrid is just contemplating this and like,
Good. I've got her lost.
yeah,
Totally distracted. So
Definitely.
no stress.
If you were a step-mom and you... Okay.
I'm confused.
Oh, that worked on everybody.
I'm gonna just take like a huge
Amazing.
gulp and like, oh, it's already full again.
Didn't even
The
use a spell
road,
slot.
the road is rougher. It's a very lightly worn dirt road, not paved or cobbled, and you can tell that it gets fairly light travel. There probably are some traders who come over from Akshio or other places in like the north of the Commonwealth or the south of the peninsula. But aside from that, this is not how you would typically get in and out of Kel Asari. You will be traveling for the better part of the day, and actually, as you do make your way down that road, the weather begins to turn just a little bit inclement. Clouds gather overhead, and what starts as just a light drizzle as you get into the first hour or so of your journey slowly becomes quite a downpour, actually, as you proceed. As you ride, the day turns to afternoon and slowly to evening as well. This lines up more or less with what Kelsis had advised you in terms of the distance. You are now just north of a small forested area in Verdane that is just on the border with the Commonwealth. That said, though, the sun draws low, and as it does, and the rain really picks up in force, you notice a light down the road. Pulling closer, it's a small inn with what appears to be a little village, or honestly not much more than a hamlet, just back of it. It is not on the map, so you'd assume that it's not terribly prominent. But yes, that rain has really started to heat up as night starts to fall.
The rainproofing, because do we have some of that ointment still from Kelsis?
Oh my god, he did give you he rubbed
Yeah.
like a chapsticky thing on you to
Yeah.
rainproof you.
Is it still there?
It's been months. Yeah, it's been too long.
I'll make it one day.
Unless you've never bathed.
I pressed, no, yeah.
You pressed the
we've
digit?
made it.
Yeah.
I've taken, canonically, 2 baths.
Yes. I love
And
that for
feet
That we know of.
Ever.
all the re.
Great, well, yeah, what do you all do?
It was very nice to me.
Is it time to? Because do we have an idea of how much longer the journey would be to the tower?
From your map, as you've been studying it while you travel, it looks like the tower would probably be not too far south of here, but it would probably be again, the better part of a day, at least a half day south from around this point. And also, you're not, because there's no road, you're not exactly sure where the tower is. You just know it's somewhere in that forest to the south.
I don't want to get the horses or any of us hurt by trying to get through this weather and the darkness.
All
I think
right,
maybe
yeah.
we stop for a moment.
That sounds good.
Let's definitely stop for a bit.
Yeah.
Dry off.
As you approach the inn, you notice a sign put up near the door. It's a sloppily hand-colored poster of sorts advertising the new South March Rebellion. And I'm actually going to roll a passive history of sorts here. Let's just do this. What is everyone's history modifier? Could you tell me?
Yes.
1.
0.
-1.
-1.
-1, obviously.
Only Pry knows this.
Makes sense.
Now it's clear.
This is her job, yeah.
This is my only job.
You all recognize it is trying to spread word about the new South March Rebellion, but you all also recognize what appears to be an artist's rendition of Iana South March. You'd recognize her from the Wanted posters.
Is it
which
the same one we saw in Polaria?
very similar. However, Pry, you notice that she's drawn wearing a particular set of armor. To all of you, it looks like plate mail, like she's well armored. Pry, you realize this is a depiction of her wearing the distinctive armor of her ancestor, Iris South March, who led the original South March Rebellion that established that province hundreds of years ago. So clearly they're trying to allude to Iana being the new Iris.
Pride clears her throat, in which I think the group understands to be, I'm about to go on a rant that might not be interesting. So, and I explain it. We don't have to do this twice. We all heard it.
Curse is enamored.
I love it.
There's lettering on the poster. There's writing as well, and it reads, "For the queen they deserve, support the South March Rebellion. Those of virtue and resolve rest in the shadow of the first tree and scribe high the name of justice." This is pretty much the same text you saw on the posters in Polyria that were also promoting the rebellion. But yeah, you go in, I'm assuming, enter the inn.
Before we go in, I just mention also, I think I got a note from the alternate version of Pride.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
You know, of the sore throat.
Oof.
Of the Sangre Sore Throats?
Warning against letting Iana fall. In Traverse Peak?
In Traverse Peak.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Good to know. Great. So we stay here, and this seems like a place that might be friendly to our cause
I think so.
in general.
So is there someone waiting to
Check us in.
or like?
Well, so
welcome
it's
us in?
really, what you're
there
walking
people?
into is more of a tavern.
Okay.
Okay.
You enter, there are tables, a bar. It is warm, reasonably dry, and surprisingly homey. There's a smattering of patrons, not very many. Obviously, this does not get a lot of traffic throughout. There are a couple patrons, however, sat at the bar. One of whom with a familiar head of black hair.
Hey.
You recognize the hunched over form of Dia Rose,
I just shoved Neela towards her.
who cranes an eye to look at whoever just walked in and says, "Oh, fuck's sake."
Honestly strains credulity to run into you again.
And that is where we will end for tonight.
Yeah!
Tune in next week for more of this. For the thrilling conclusion of our season 1 of the Borros Saga Banesbreak, but with so much more hopefully coming very soon after. In the meantime, check us out on Discord, on Twitter, and let's go around the table one more time. Tell everyone who we've been, who we are, and where to find us.
Hi, I'm Ash Agnes. I've been playing Astrid, the half-elf warlock. We did it. You can find me at Arcane Faith with a Y everywhere on the internet.
Sweet. I'm Maria Angar. I have been Prithviv, your drow cleric. Follow me on social media at Quiddy.
Hi, I'm Aaron Gray, AHREN. This time I don't have a cool song. I've been playing Luca Stone Talon, your Aarakocra net making with curtains monk.
Hi, I'm Sage Ryan. I have been Curse, your tiefling druid, and you can find me everywhere on the internet at NotSage.
Hey everyone, I'm Omar Najam. I have been playing Jibe, your little spoon. You can find me at Omar Najam on Twitter.
Hi, I'm Kaylee Bray. I've been Neela, your pirate barbarian. You can find me on the internet at Hoppa Barbarian.
And I am Vince Casso. I have been your DM tonight. I've hit this table 15 times during this shoot. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. You can find me all over the place at Vince Casso. Tune in next week for more of Banesbreak with our wonderful heroes who are just trying so damn hard to save the goddamn world and who ran into Dia again. What's up with that?
Smooch.
Why?
I swear.
Tune in next week. I love you all. Good night.
Bye.